we go. Fixed it. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. It is Raven Knight here. I got an interesting setup today. So, I know things look very, very different. And the reason they look so different is because I've revamped my whole setup. I just had to revamp it. So, I've got my screen here to see chat and to see what y'all are saying. My camera is right on top of it. So, hi, I'm looking right at the camera. But my screen to watch everything else, like for gaming, for watching the Warriors Den, is up there. So if you see me looking like this, like looking at the screen like this, I'm not ignoring you guys. It is because I am looking at the Warriors Den. But we have everything all set up. And this is a new camera. You know how my old camera kept freezing and acting up and giving me all kinds of crap? This one should work a lot better. It was more expensive. God damn, it was more expensive. But if it works, it is a investment. I'm going to adjust the camera just a little bit. There we go. Okay, that's a bit better. All right, so welcome everybody to this Warriors Den stream. I know it is stupid early, and I'm probably going to be saying this throughout the stream. But everyone's probably going to be asking, hey, when is the Warriors Den stream starting? And it starts at 12. Let's go ahead and pull up YouTube here and get the stream set up and ready to go. Bronner, let's do that. Here we are. All right, that way we have it up and ready to go. It'll be ready in 66 minutes. So we are all good to go. Am I right? I'm right. Yes, I am. All right. Let me adjust this. There we go. Making a few adjustments. There we go. That should have done it. We're looking good now. We're looking good. Awesome. So, hope you are all doing well. Hope you are all having a wonderful Wednesday. It is summer break for many of you. Hope you're enjoying your summer. Hope that it is all going well with you. Let me get back to the chat. There we go. Now I can kind of see it a bit better. Awesome. Looking good. Oh, thank you. I know I'm ugly as sin, but I appreciate it. Always very much appreciated. My chat up there. Hey, Raven, do you know anything about Warhammer Fantasy Bretonians? I'm not as knowledgeable on fantasy as I am Warhammer 40k. So, what was the highest rank a knight could get within the order, or if he was banished? You would become master or grandmaster of an order. That was the leader of the order. And there weren't really ranks that often that you would see in a knightly order. And if he was banished, if he was a banished knight, then he wouldn't really have a rank, would he? He wouldn't be a knight anymore. Hey, Raven, if you had to pick, who's your favorite Daedric prince in Skyrim, except Molag Bal? He's just a dick. I don't really have a favorite because I think they're all kind of assholes in one way or another. I don't know. Who's the one who gives you Dawnbreaker? Meridia. I guess I'll take her. Would you rather watch a live-action movie of the origin of Apollyon, an Amazon Prime video series that is an episodic series, Your Legends, or a graphic novel series of the full history of Heathmore? I'd rather see I'd rather see a graphic novel series of the full history of Heathmore, because if they did a live-action movie on Apollyon's life, they would ruin it. If they took my Legends and made an Amazon Prime Video series out of it, they would ruin all my characters unless I was there to hold their hand. So I think the safest one is going to be if they do a full history of Heathmore. Evan, did you see the announcement in Faramid about the live? It shows Sohei's weapon. I did not see that, but hey, if it's a Sohei hero skin, that'll be interesting. If the knights were banished, he's either a really bad knight or was just unlucky, or both, honestly. If a knight was ever kicked out of an order, it was because he failed in his duty or broke his oath. But you didn't see that happen a whole lot. because they were very meticulous, especially in the early days, about choosing who could join an order. That was kind of a very important thing. If you were in a knightly order, there was a reason. You know, like you were meticulously chosen to be in the order. All right, let's see. We're still doing good. All right. But yeah, so that's just the thing. Anyway, also guys, don't forget you can follow on Twitch. You can watch on Twitch. My Twitch label is RavenKnight_YT. So come follow me there. Would love to have you guys there. Right now we have 7 viewers on Twitch. So feel free to come watch. Would love to have you there. What do you hope to see from today from the den? Given the creepy element of it, like we're definitely going into a creepy, spooky kind of theme, I'm expecting a scary hero skin, like some kind of ghost or demon or monster. If it's for Sohei, that could be a lot of things. I'm leaning on a demon of some kind. And then as for what else, we're going to get 2 bundles. I'm hoping one is well, I don't know. I really don't know. This is one of the few moments where it's kind of like, I have a lot of guesses as to what it could be, but I don't want to say anything concrete because, let's be real, the lore given to us last season left a lot of open doors for what could go forward. So I'm curious to see what direction they're going to take. I'm very curious. But they didn't leave enough information for me to say one way or another what it could be. So I'm a little I guess for me, I'm just kind of curious as to what happens. Havoc is theorizing a DBD crossover. I would agree with that. The only reason I'm hesitant to say that is that feels like it would be a Halloween thing, wouldn't it? I mean, wouldn't a DBD crossover work better as a Halloween thing? But then again, DBD is at their 10th anniversary themselves. So maybe they would do a DBD crossover to celebrate DBD's 10th anniversary, maybe? I mean, that would be my guess. We'll have to see. It seems like the samurai are constantly being paired with horror and monsters a lot. Actually, I brought that up not too long ago. I brought that up in a discussion with some of the other content creators. And what's funny is they pointed something out. The reason they do this is because it's so easy to draw monsters from Japanese mythology. You don't see it as much from Viking or knight medieval mythology, although I would argue you could. It's just not as easy. Japanese yokai are very easy to draw from horror and monsters because you have so many different kinds of yokai and ghosts and spirits that can be scary. I mean, just look at what the samurai have offered. They've given us Hitakiri, whose very existence is terrifying. They've given us the yokai invasion, the demon dagger, the cursed Muramasa blade. They've given us the demon Shugoki. They've given and now they're giving, and they also give us a Jorogumo event twice, as well as 2 creepy hero skins to go along with them. Actually, no, 3 if you count Maiko, who I don't really consider creepy, but still, some people would. So we get a lot of creepy stuff. Meanwhile, we've only gotten 1 scary Wulin Halloween event. You could do nights, though. You could do night stuff. That would be cool. You could do night stuff. Followed here as well. Well, thank you, Mercy. I appreciate it. Everyone who follows, I really appreciate it. I feel I would have preferred a demonic Hito or even a good guy version of Hito to just be a spin on the hero. The nice thing is with For Honor heroes, you can kind of make them what you want them to be. Let's see. I think that's because the samurai culture has a lot of horror-themed creatures in their culture. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've got a lot of horror-themed stuff. I can think of a couple night Halloween stuff they could do. Yeah, there's stuff they could do. Like, for example, there are plenty of medieval myths about revenants, vampires, werewolves, undead, fae. Fae are a big part of myth. And I know that we had a whole season where we had Ramiel and we had like fairies and stuff, but you could do more with that because the fae are not always depicted as nice and sweet little Tinkerbell fairies. They are sometimes very malicious and dangerous entities. You could do a lot with that. do you hope to see another For Honor Shugoki hero skin? I did not like the Yasuke hero skin for a couple reasons. For one thing, it doesn't really fit. Shugoki is a big, lumbering dude. Like, the fatness is kind of a part of his character, but Yasuke was slim. So watching Yasuke lumber around like he weighs 300 pounds more than he actually does was off-putting. Plus, the way Yasuke fights, seeing him do Shugoki's wild swings doesn't make sense to me. It didn't fit. I don't think it was a good idea to make Yasuke a Shugoki hero skin. If you had to have Yasuke, why not make him Kensei? I think that would have made a lot more sense. Oh, but he didn't. But in the game, Yasuke uses a Kanabo. Yeah, he does, but that doesn't change the reality that it's dumb. I mean, if you want to play that game, I mean, in the game, the Kusarigama was not the kind used by Naoe, but they gave Naoe to Shinobi. I think it's just a weak argument. Hey, everyone, what do you think of the upcoming Helldiver 2 and 40k crossover later this year? On the one hand, I think it makes sense. 40k and Helldivers are a pair made in heaven. Both are post-apocalyptic worlds of Earth fighting against an existential Xeno threat. I think that makes sense. The problem I have is that's not going to fix the Helldiver 2 problem. Helldiver 2's big problem right now is they need to give us a reason to play the game. The charm and novelty is dying out for a lot of people. You need to give us a reason to keep playing. And war bonds are not going to get us to keep playing. You need to change up the orders. You need to give special rewards. You need to incentivize us to pick up the game. Because honestly, I'll tell you what me and my brother Lark usually do. What we normally do is we see and we look and see like, oh, look, let's see what orders are on Helldivers today. And if we like the look of the order, we might play through the order, finish it, and then play something else. It used to be we'd get on and we'd play nonstop. We could play for hours and hours, regardless of orders. Now it's like, do we really want to play today? Let's see what the orders are. So we get on, we look at the order. If the order looks good, we play it. If not, we move on. You know what I'm saying? I like the Yasuke hero skin from the look of the armor, but the voice lines are way too repetitive and annoying in my opinion. Well, when he gives them. Like, for example, you know the Shugoki execution, where he strikes him in the gut, lifts him up, and go, Kuremadaja! That was a badass line. Instead, Yasuke picks him up and just goes, and then throws him. That was dumb. Speaking of Helldivers 40k, what kind of armors and weapons do you think they'll give us? They won't give Space Marine armor. I'm thinking probably Astra Militarum, Deathcore of Krieg, Tempestus Scions, maybe Sororitas if they want to get clever, but I doubt much more than that. I hear that Space Marine 2 is getting more contacted. More content, probably. You probably mean content. Yeah, they're going to add more content for sure. Raven, what's your honest opinion on the current identity of For Honor, the foundation of Knights versus Viking versus Samurai? Now it's just a mess. People ask me this all the time, and I'm going to say this. While I do agree with the idea that For Honor's identity has altered from the original concept, I also think it was inevitable. I think people complaining, it lost its identity because it's no longer just Knights, Vikings, and Samurai. I get that. I understand that. But do you really think it could last that way forever? Here's the reality that For Honor has to face. Inevitably, you're going to run out of warriors. If you have to give a unique weapon to every hero, inevitably, you will run out of weapons to add. I'll be real. I have trouble thinking of new Viking weapons you could add because they've gotten the basics. The Vikings in history were known to use axes, shields, swords, spears. That was pretty much it. You had other very obscure things. You had some very obscure weapons of the Vikings, but generally speaking, those were your standards. So I was genuinely like, how are they going to come up with new heroes? They surprised me. We got a Claymore hero. That was creative. We got a hatchet and dagger. Okay, still kind of the axe thing, but okay. We got a hammer. All right, that ties into Thor a little bit. Okay. We got an axe and shield. Okay, I mean, that again works. See, it becomes harder and harder and harder to add Viking heroes because you run out of weapons. And the same goes for knights. The same goes for samurai. Inevitably, if you want to keep the game alive, you're going to have to add other cultures and other heroes that are not knight, Viking, or samurai. So what do you do with them? How do you add these other cultures? You can't just take, oh, look, a pirate. I will add them to knights now. Or, oh, look, a Mongolian. I will add them to Samurai now because it's not going to fit. Hell, I have trouble accepting that the Centurion and Gladiator are part of the Knights because they feel more Roman to me, not medieval knight. But that's what they did. So inevitably, they're going to have to say, all right, we need to add something else, but we can't put it into these three factions. So in my opinion, while it does change the nature of the game and change the initial setup, they were going to have to do it. They had no choice. It was going to happen sooner or later, and they just decided to go sooner. They added the Wulin in year 2. They added the Wulin in year 2, and then the Outlanders in year 5. I think it was year 5. Year 3 was the Harbingers, year 4. Yeah, year 5. So they just decided to add that, and you know what? I get it. Is it perfect? No. Does it have problems? Yeah, but I don't think we had a choice. You got an idea? Yeah, I got a lot of ideas for Honor. Let me tell you the truth. Ubisoft, give me a contact. Shoot me up on Discord or whatever. We can talk. I've got ideas. Well, you don't need new unique weapons, but I did see a Reddit concept for a Viking hero where it was a long spear. Okay, you're saying you don't need new unique weapons. Okay. Then how do you justify releasing another spear? Let's say, okay, let me play that game for a second. I'm gonna walk with you on that one. I'm gonna walk with you on that one, therapist. I'm gonna walk with you, okay? You're coming up with a new Viking hero, and now you're going to add another axe hero because we've already got Berserker, we got Raider, we got Varangian, and we got Shaman. How do you add another axe hero and make it unique? How do you add another sword hero and make it unique? How will they play different? How will they function different? See, that's the issue. After a while, like, here's the thing. Like, for example, if they were to say, I want to add a Spartan hero to For Honor, where would you put them? How would they play different? Wouldn't they play like Valkyrie? Wouldn't they just play like Valkyrie? No. They could play with a sword and a shield. Okay. How would they play different than Black Friar? Or Warlord? Or any other sword and shield hero? Like I said, inevitably, you have to get new weapons. Why not go with fantasy weapons? Because the game doesn't want... I mean, they kind of did add fantasy weapons with Medjai's weapon. That wasn't real. And Jormungandr's weapon, too. That's not a real hammer, and that's not a real hammer weapon in history. But inevitably, you have to go that route. You have to take that direction, you know? Britain Barbarian for the Vikings. Okay, what would they fight with? True on that. I was just thinking like D&D weapons or something like that. What weapon? Like, give me an example of a weapon you would add. Make it realistic. It can't have magical properties. Make it realistic. And how would it fight different from another? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm genuinely trying to help y'all understand the struggle they face. Ubisoft has to face this struggle when creating new characters. Not only where do we get a new weapon, how do we make it work differently? Like, you got to realize this. Think about this for a second. They had to be creative with how they made Jurin work different than Zhang Jun. You had an idea for a Spartan hero that has a spear, sword, and shield. And he switches his sword and spear like a stance. Okay, how do they fight different? I'm just saying. Hey, Break, how you doing, man? How you doing? Britons were usually with swords or spears, but yeah, the main problem always is the weapon. There you go. Now we're back to it. You can add whatever culture you want, but inevitably, you're going to run into repeats. I hate to say it, but one of the reasons they haven't added a lot of spear heroes is because the function of a spear kind of remains the same throughout cultures. A spear is a long shaft weapon with a pointy end, and you thrust it and occasionally swipe with it. There's not a lot of ways you can make that different. I'm impressed with For Honor for having done so much different. Just stopping by? Glad you're stopping by, man. Glad you're stopping by. Let's see. You can have different movesets with different weapons, like Highlander and Warmonger. Okay. You're not wrong. Do it again. And do it 6 more times. Make a unique hero 6 times who uses the same weapon as Warmonger and Highlander. And if you say I can't do it 6 times, then you see the problem. If they want to keep adding heroes, they have to break from the mold. Are you seeing what I'm saying here? Historical Warhammer with a pike on one end for the knights, pike end for light attacks, hammer side for heavy attacks, and hook side for bleed and hook, attack like Nusha. Yes, a Warhammer would be a good knight weapon. I think an actual Warhammer would be a good knight weapon. A singular spear could be unique. It would have similarities to Valk, but she uses steel, so that will be the biggest difference. Okay? Nobushi. Gigaphone, what about Nobushi? How would it fight different than Nobushi? Would you change Hito's axe? No, because honestly, Hito's axe is about as unique as you can make that axe. The actual Masakari axe in history didn't look like that. They had to make it look different to make it unique. Maybe a C-axe Viking, possibly focus on undodgeables. A C-axe is a long dagger or short sword. How would you make it work different than Peacekeeper? What about hero skins for different factions, like a Knight-esque skin for Raider? No, I don't want to see them start dipping into each other. Yeah, like if it were fantasy, it'd be easy, but it's not. Yes, but it's not fantasy. This is a good discussion to pick apart. Yeah. Well, when it comes to Warmonger and Highlander using weapons 6 times, you just do influence based with different martial arts based on their cultures and how they actually use their weapon. Okay, I think we needed a demonstration. 1 second. I'm gonna do a little demonstration here. I'm gonna be right back. We're gonna put this one to bed. 1 second. Excuse me. All right. Hold this for me, Lark. Thank you, Lark. So what I have here, and it's a little hard to see, is a longsword, right? There are multiple kinds of longswords, and there are multiple schools on how to use a longsword. Many ways to use it, but here's the rub. Every way you use a longsword is going to involve similar moves. Different schools focus on different things, like you have certain schools that focus on thrusting, parrying, slashing, undercutting, overstriking. There are different schools in that, but inevitably you're going to run into the same simple moves. A thrust and a slash. So I could maybe make 2 or 3 heroes that use a sword like this. But after a while, once I get to that 4th hero, people are going to say, okay, it's just the same slash. It's just the same thrust. It's just the same uppercut. And people are going to say these are all just the same moves. That's what happened with Griffin. Everyone looked at Griffin and said, he's just using the same move as this character or that character. They're going to start saying there are all these similarities. Everyone's using the same moves. And once you see repeat moves, then people are going to complain. They're going to say, you're just reusing the same animations or the same moves. That's what happened with Warmonger. Warmonger just better Warden. That's what everyone was saying, because Warmonger had many of the things Warden had, but could do them better. So what's the point in Warden anymore if Warmonger exists? You know what I'm saying? That's the issue I'm trying to raise here. You can have a longsword, you can give it to multiple different characters, but in the end, you will have to face the music of they're going to fight similar. They're going to have similar moves. They're going to have similar techniques. You can have Highlander, who fights with a dual stance, and he can swing for the fences. He can swing like that. He can jab with the hilt. He can do a lot of things with it. But in the end, you are going to run into the issue of if you add 4 more Claymore-wielding heroes, How long until they start fighting the same? How long until they start hitting the same? How long until you say, dude, this is just Highlander, but with a different setup? The only way I could see that working is if you made a female version of Highlander who fights differently with a claymore because of her stature. That might be creative. The problem is, given that you can only make one female Highlander and then a male-female Highlander, that erases the idea of a third option, doesn't it? So that's what I'm trying to get at. You can have a longsword. You can have multiple schools of that longsword. But at the end of the day, all longsword schools are going to have very similar means of using that. Then, not done. Mark, do you remember where I put my spear?
Not off the top of my head. If it's not in your room, it's probably in the car.
Well, we could use this. We could use this.
Okay.
If you want to check the back of my car, it would be there. All right, so let's use this for an example. This is my pole axe. So we're going to pretend this is a spear, right? So the function of a spear has always been the thrust. You want to strike forward, you can strike up, you can strike down, you can even swing side to side if you really need to. And you can have multiple cultures, Japanese, Chinese, European, Viking, Russian, South American, North American, because all these countries had spears, they had pole arms, and they'll all claim, well, we fight differently, we do things a little differently. But at the end of the day, if I were to say to them, okay, how do you do it differently? Well, you guys thrust like this with your hands this far apart. We hold it a little closer up here and thrust like this, or we hold it down here and thrust like this, or, you know, we do a little upward strike when we do it. And I'm going to say, yeah, y'all look the damn same. Why? Because using this is very similar across the board. See, that's what I'm talking about. Mankind understood when making these tools how to make them work easily. The Japanese invented a unique sword system. I'm going to show y'all that. See, the Japanese invented a unique sword system. Lark, you may need my keys. They should be right there on the table.
No, it was locked.
It probably is. Anyway, so the Japanese made this, the katana. It is primarily a slashing weapon. Very cool, right? And you can have multiple versions of this, right? And we see it in For Honor. You've got Orochi, Kensei, Aramusha, even Kyoshin to an extent. But all of them have something very similar. They slash, don't they? Why? Because this sword is primarily a slashing weapon. And there's going to come a moment where you can no longer come up with a new way to slash with this. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get across. Meanwhile, the longsword can thrust, which ironically, we don't have a single longsword user other than Warmonger who actually has a thrusting technique. Warden doesn't do it. Highlander doesn't do it. Only Warmonger does it, and that's with her impaling charge. Why don't they thrust more with this? Thought for later. But this could do a lot of stuff too, but at the end of the day, a lot of it is slashing. And at the end of the day, there's only so many ways you can do a slash that looks unique with this sword type. I guess that's what I'm getting across. I don't know. Maybe I'm not making sense to y'all. I can't even read chat from this distance because the chat's too small. But I'm trying to make a point here that you can have multiple different kinds of weapons and get a lot of different fighting styles. But if you reuse the same weapons or same weapon type, inevitably you're going to run into the same problems. It wasn't there?
No.
I'll need to look for my spear later. I know my spear is somewhere around here. I have a spear, a combat spear, but I do not know where I put it. I gotta look for that. Anyway, let me go put this back up. I had a point to make and I made it.
Well, you use the spear to make a point.
Yeah, you do use a spear to make a point. Thank you, Lord. It's somewhere around here, I'm sure. The pole axle. All right. Here we go. Get my headphones back on.
You didn't put it out inside the closet out there, did you?
No, I wouldn't have put it there. I doubt it. Anyway, let me get back in position. Okay, need a drink. So, I'm back. I didn't even read chat. I'm pretty sure y'all are all a little freaked out that suddenly I just got up and grabbed my arsenal. And in answer to the question, how many weapons do I have? I own a poleaxe, a spear, Nodachi, which is Kensei's weapon. I own 3 katana. So that's 1, 2, 3. I own nunchucks. I never use them. I own 2 sai knives. I own a long sword. I own a Xi'an sword, which is a Chinese gentleman's sword. I own a cavalry saber. So that's 11.
Civil War cavalry saber.
Yeah, so a Civil War cavalry saber. I feel like I'm missing one.
I mean, I have a gladius.
You have a gladius. Yeah, Lark owns a gladius. I still feel like I'm missing one.
So we've gone over the Xi'an, the katanas, the Nodachi, the pole axe, the spear, which we couldn't find, the nunchucks. You mentioned the sai knives?
Yep.
Okay, Civil War cavalry saber. I mean, if we're counting firearms, then there's the revolver. We have a couple knives.
I mean, oh yeah, I'm thinking of my my Ninjato, my straight edge sword.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Classified as something different.
I guess you could classify that. Anyway, back to what we were doing. What's your favorite and why? Oh gosh. The long sword probably. It just feels right in my hands. The other one would probably be the Nodachi.
Which long sword? You have 2.
Oh yeah, my 2 long swords. Probably the one that looks more like an arming sword.
Well, you mean
Not the Lord of the Rings one.
cool as that is.
Warden does have one after a bash. No, what he does after a bash is more of a hilt strike. I already moved my chair back. I don't want to move it again to demonstrate. I mean, I could demonstrate it from behind. Laura, could you grab my sword? I'll demonstrate. But let me do this. Bring me my sword, bro. Bring me my sword, bro. We're gonna do this one more time. Hand me my sword. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. So what Warden does, when he gets into the stance and he does a bash, what he does is he's grabbing the blade and striking with the hilt and then the point. So it's get down, bash, strike, strike, and then follow up. Because what he's doing is, when you strike with the cross guard like this, this acts as a striking weapon. So it's mizorum, strike, strike. And that is essentially what he's doing. He's not doing thrust. He's doing a strike, strike. And that is how he gets back into his position. Now, he can also do a light, light, which is what we see him do with his light combo. Though what I wish he would do is, instead of doing these huge wind-up strikes into his heavies, or huge wind-up strikes into his heavies, I wish what he'd do is, when he starts the wind-up, he then strikes with the pommel. Wouldn't that be so much better? He could soft feint into a unblockable, boop. I wish he would do that. That'd be so much cooler. But yeah, that's what he's doing. My scabbard, thank you. All right, let me move my chair back.
Should have put on my Reaper clothes so I could been a watcher in the dark.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Thank you, my brother. All right.
Thanks for it.
Let's get back in a position here. There's my headphones. Okay. I was not looking at chat. Raven's Neck Series, Hemo 101. Nah, I don't think I'd do that. Leak was a maintenance break with Sohei's weapon. Oh, okay. Kensei does the pommel strike soft. Yeah, I wish Warden would do it too. Warden could totally do it. He is truly the Raven Lord. Thank you. Wait, someone said Havoc in chat? Is Havoc here? I totally missed it if it was. Havoc, if you're still there, shout out, man. Like, I did not see you if you were here. I apologize. I was just looking over some chat messages and I didn't see it. Oh my gosh, you were here. Hey, what's up, Havoc? Cool weapon shop. Thank you. Yeah, I do own a sword collection. No joke. Anyway, let's see, how long until the stream starts? We got, take a look. About 30 minutes. We got about 30 minutes. Havoc was watching me do the Warden demonstration. How did he know I was doing a Warden demonstration? How did he know? How did he know that it was happening? He's over here like, nah, man, you can't do Warden without me, you know. What did you name your longsword? I didn't really name it.
Bessie. No.
Bessie. Its name is Bessie. No, I haven't. Gerbert. No, I didn't name it.
Yeah.
Raven, was there a real history equivalent to the paladins that For Honor can do? Here's the thing. Paladins didn't exist in history, but what you got to understand is paladins in D&D are basically knights who swear an oath. And they swear an oath, be it on vengeance, be it on, their country or people.
God.
Right, whatever. And that is basically what the Templar Knights and Hospitaller Knights and the Knightly Orders did. They swore oaths to God and on the church. So you could basically argue that the Paladins of D&D are based on Knightly Orders. That's what they are. What weapon do you hope the samurai has? There are lots of weapons they could have. I mean, you could go Sai Knives. You could go Tonfa, Nekokagi. There's just a lot of the ways you could do it. Because you both play Warden. I do love me some Warden. Actually, I got to give credit to Havoc there. I would not love Warden nearly as much if it wasn't for Havoc, because I watched him play. I used to think Warden sucked, okay? I really thought Warden was a terrible hero and I should never play him. And then I watched Havoc's videos and I learned more how to play Warden and I got much better and I started learning how to play the game better, and that helped. So I appreciate Havoc showing me that there was something to like about Warden. Hey, follower goal met 600. We got 600 followers up in here. Hey, I feel so loved. I feel so loved right now. I need to stream on Twitch more often. Calling it now, the hero skin is very likely to go to Kanseth, just despite so many people. Who's Kinseth? Oh, Kinsey! Kinsey! I thought you meant, who is Kinseth? What? I didn't know about the hero Kinseth. I need to make his heroes in history.
It's some guy named Seth who thinks he's a Kensei. I am Kensei.
But yep. But now you have seen some of my weapons. I have more, but there's no need to show them right now. Tell you what. Maybe later. Maybe I'll show more later. If y'all are so inclined. Alright, would Warmonger be an Oathbreaker paladin in D&D? Well, not necessarily, because
There are three ways I would view her.
I would say Oath of Vengeance.
Actually, there's a couple. Now that I think about this, Oath of Vengeance could work.
Yeah.
Oath of Conquest could work.
Yeah.
Oathbreaker could potentially work. Also, for trying to remember, there's a new one that was kind of released. I forget whether it was Grandma Hollow or a supplement, but it was Oath of Pestilence or something. Basically, Nurgle Knight.
That would fit her.
Yeah.
A Nurgle Knight. I like that. Nurgle Knight. The blessings of Nurgle. I have sent you a clip of what I meant with Warden. Raven of the Night, you now have a new follower. I now have 601 followers, but only 5 subscribers. I'm not saying you have to subscribe. I would appreciate it, but I'm not going to make y'all do that. I will check out the clip later. And maybe I'm thinking differently. Maybe I'm confused about what Warden does, but I have always seen Warden as doing the hilt strike. I remember a couple years ago, I would complain about the game being worse than before the CCU, but now I look back on myself doing so, and I think it's a bad take. I'll be honest with you, Ken. I understand why you say that. I do. But I don't think the CCU is a bad thing. I think it was a necessary thing. I think it changed a lot, but I don't think it's a bad thing. On heavy, yes. On light, he stabs. I'll have to check later. I'll take a look at your clip later and I'll see. And maybe you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I'll need to check. I feel like paladins are just kind of symbolic because there are many traits across many different people. To my opinion, the protest martyrs under Mary have the unwavering aspect of the paladin. Well, yeah, because paladins swear an oath to something, and that oath is what gives them their strength. And that usually is inspired by what the martyrs of medieval history did. And you see a lot of that with the knights, the Templar knights specifically, because they swore their oaths to God and the church. And so that was the reason they fought. This is a bit random, but if you can cast actors or voice actors for some of your legend characters, who would they be? I've honestly not thought about that, because it would depend greatly on how the legends were being made. Like, are they an anime series? Are they a live action series? Are they a movie? Like, I would need to know the context. Who do I think the skin is for? Given that it's a scary season, I'm going to say Hitakiri, Shugoki, although they just did a Shugoki one, or Sohei, because those are the scary samurai. Raven, what you think the hero skin might... I just answered that! I'm betting Hito's getting a hero skin. If not, then Sohei. Okay. We should give every knight a bastionet? No! I have submitted my Hatun. Word of warning, she likes to horse around. Okay, but that's not for later. When does it start? Like I said, I get asked that all the time. We got 25 minutes. So, 25 minutes. Let's see. Hey, Raven. Hey, Samuel. When I think of a paladin, I think of them like the Knight Crusaders of the Black Templars in 40k. Believe it or not, I would argue that the closest thing to a paladin D&D wise in 40k might be something like the Sisters of Battle, because their faith and dedication to the Emperor can manifest into literal miracles. That to me is either clerical or paladin based. I would say the Space Marines fit paladins, but the problem is paladins can have supernatural abilities from their oath. And that falls more in line with what the sisters can do. Tell me if you think I'm wrong on that.
You're not wrong. The closest equivalent, I think, to Paladins of the Space Marines would probably be the Grey Knights, but again, that comes from their Psi Connor.
Yeah, that isn't from their oath.
Yeah, that's more Blade Singer than it is.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, they don't have to be Sisters of Battle, but they're most prevalent
Yeah.
in the
No, I think the Sisters of Battle is just the most common occurrence. Isn't that Lady Saori? Who? Hey, Raven, can I pitch you a legend pair idea? Do it in my Discord, because I won't be able to read it here. The chat is just going too fast. It would be in your favorite platform of media. Okay, if I were to do Legends in a almost anthology-esque, say, anime adaptation, I would love to see, oh god, what's her name? Hold on. The name's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me, hold on. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I could see Stephanie Young doing Alahai. I could see Stephanie Young doing Alahai. Who could do Ruth? Maybe Colleen Cleakenbeard?
That's the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, it was my first thought too. I need to think about her a bit more. Colleen could do Ruth. Chris Sabat could do Lee Jin Yu. I could see Chris Sabat as Lee Jin Yu. I would need to think. I might make a list of who I think could play who. I might need to make a list. So I know you could both care less, but what are both of your thoughts on the craziness of GTA 6 as of late? You're right, Samuel. We couldn't care less. We don't play.
It sure is in production.
We don't play Grand Theft Auto. We don't care for it. So I have not kept up with it. I know nothing about the craziness of it. Hi, Raven. Have you seen the Warhammer 40k collab with Helldivers 2? Yeah, we talked about that a little bit ago. I think it is a collab that makes sense, but it's not enough to save Helldivers 2. They need to do more with Helldivers 2.
It'll be fun, but we're going to need something that's lasts a little longer. They are working on stuff for that, though.
What about your Lawbringer? Oh, God, who could do Richard? Sonny Strait, when he's not doing his silly voices, he could do it.
Which one?
Sonny Strait.
Which one were you doing?
Richard Blackthorn, my Lawbringer. Well, think about his voice for Cobra Nefertari.
I would actually see him doing your monk. What would you call him? Bao Shen?
Yeah, Bao Shen. Okay, maybe Bao Shen, but for Richard, who do you think could do it?
Toby Longworth.
Actually, that does work. I could see Toby Longworth. Okay. I want to say whoever does the voice for Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, but maybe a little too much. No, I'm going to lean on Toby Longworth. Liam Neeson. That'd be funny. Do you think they're going to make any more Samurai after 10 or make room for more Vikings and Wulin? I don't know. They've been surprising me with what they've been adding. Did you ever play Kingdom Come and Deliverance? No, I did not. You play For Honor? No, I don't play For Honor. What's For Honor?
Why would we do that?
What's For Honor, guys?
Show your hat.
I've never heard of For Honor. What is that?
What's that on your hat?
Y'all know what For Honor is? I don't know what that is, man. I've never heard of that game. We got Raven's opinion on GTA 6 before GTA 6. I just don't care about Grand Theft Auto. I know it's popular and everyone makes the meme about it, but I don't care about it. I've never been into Grand Theft Auto.
It's not like Red Dead where some of the people are actually decent.
Cool hat. Thank you. Raven, when do you start getting the awesome Jormungandr gear? Rep 8. Rep 7 or 8, probably.
There's awesome Jormungandr gear.
I think some of it is good. Hey Raven, would an Inuit warrior work with like a fighting style focus on pinning the enemy down so they don't run? I mean, you could do that with several different warrior types. Is the new hero coming today? No. The new hero is coming in Title Update 2. This is Title Update 1. Hello, good sir. Hello. Hello, Kali Gulak. How are you? I have a very special set of skills, including Hyper Armor and Second Heavy of Combo. I will find you, and I will kill you. It makes sense to me if they move Warmonger Griffin to the Outlanders and prep for the next Night Hero. So here's the thing. I want them to move Centurion and Gladiator to the Outlanders. Or add Griffin to the Outlanders. Because I said it in a video, I feel like the Knights have the least amount of warriors despite having the most numbers. And here's what I mean by that. If you look at Warden, Lawbringer, Peacekeeper, Conqueror, and Black Prior, those are definitely Knights. Those 5 are definitely Knights. Then you look at Centurion and Gladiator, those are Roman soldiers that they are saying are Knights. Then you look at Griffin, who doesn't identify with the Knights. And then you look at Warmonger, who doesn't identify with the Knights either. She doesn't fight for Ashfeld. That basically takes a lot of the Knights and drags them out of line with the Knights. Hey Raven, would you rather date a Sisters of Battle or a Warmonger from For Honor? I'd rather date a Sister of Battle because the relationship won't be nearly as toxic. Plus, if I could convert the sister to Christianity, oh, could you imagine the zealotry? When is the Ubi live starting? We got 15 minutes. We got 15 minutes. Hey Raven. Oh, I answered that. I will find you, and I will add mortem inomicus. Virtuosa should have been a knight. Changed my mind. If Virtuosa's, if we're basing a knight purely on the fact that they were born in Ashfeld, yes. If we're basing it on their mentality, no. But yeah, I feel the same about VG. She doesn't feel very Viking to me. She is more Viking than the Romans are to the knights. Like, she's a Varangian, and the Varangian were Vikings, essentially. They were of the Viking class and ethnicity and race. They were just hired as mercenaries who worked under the Byzantines. What if Sasaki, Kojiro, and Miyamoto Musashi hero skins for Kensei and Aramusha? If you can make it work. Do you think he identifies with the Knights now that he's the Scorching Herald? That's a good question. Yes, he might actually identify a bit more with the Knights now. He just might. Question for Raven. Blood Angels or Dark Angels? Who has the best Prime Arc? That's a great question. I think, and this is getting into my opinion here, so take it with a grain of salt. But here's my thoughts on that. Lionel Johnson is a lot more interesting to me. He's a lot more nuanced. There's a lot more to his character. And he is undoubtedly the strongest in terms of fighting skill of the Primarchs. Malkador himself said that he stalks among his brothers like a predator. He makes all of his other brothers uneasy. He is without a doubt the most deadly fighter of any of the Primarchs. That said, Sanguinius is definitely more noble, more altruistic, and more glorious. All of the Primarchs, even most of the traitors, could see no fault in Sanguinius. They all loved him. He was without a doubt more beloved by the Imperium than Lion was. And he was more divine, earning the favor of everyone around him. He was also one that everyone could look to as a symbol to follow. So while I think Lion is the more powerful and more dangerous of the two, Sanguinius is definitely the more noble. So that is where I stand on that. I mean, I'm a Dark Angels fan. Trust me. Like, I love the Dark Angels, but Sanguinius is a lot better in terms of his nobility, but he's not nearly as interesting. Sanguinius is the best Primarch, full stop. Not in everything. Like, not in everything, man. It would actually be interesting to dive more into the lore of how ancient Romans got into the Knights faction. Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. Oh, man. In my opinion, for you, Raven Knight, I see you in 40k Universe in a chapter both of Blood Angel and a Dark Angel using a halberd or greatsword. I'd do that in a heartbeat. Which weapon do you think the new Knight will wield? I have no idea. Unironically, the Blood Angels were the first Astartes I learned about, so I love them. Hey, that's fine. That is totally fine. I have nothing against the Blood Angels. They're better to me than the Ultra Smurfs. Look, I love Spooky Wizard. He's cool. He's a friend. He's a bro. I love Spooky Wizard. But the Ultramarines ain't it, man. Hello, Raven. Currently on my lunch break at Toyota. Hope you're excited and doing well, buddy. I am very excited. I am very excited. Salamanders. Ugh, don't talk to me about them salamanders. Don't talk to me about them salamanders. All right, we got about 11 minutes until the stream. So I made William of Montferrat and For Honor. Cool. I just dislike their repeated use of the words blood, sanguine, or carmine. I get tired of them going, for the will of the great angel, in the name of the great angel.
It's the will of the great angel.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not missing the fact that the Dark Angels repeat their own name a lot. We are the Dark Angels.
Thanks for reminding me about it.
Like, oh really? I couldn't tell. Sanguinius' speech is a great speech. Yeah, I was telling Lark the other day, I think a lot of the reason why so many new Warhammer 40k fans say Sanguinius is their favorite is because they hear that speech. Should Games Workshop make Lion younger okay, or keep him old? I feel like him being this old is a wise knight. I'll let them go either way they want, but I don't mind the old Lion. Hey, later, Golak. Come back anytime. We'll be glad to have you. Hey, Raven, how well do you think a samurai with a Tanegashima rifle as a feat would do? No. Just no. I don't want that. Just don't be bald around Blood Angels. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm a fanboy of the Second Legion. Who are they? Who are the Second Legion?
Redacted.
We are the sons of Caliban. Let fury guide your weapons. Let vengeance be your song. We are the angels of death, and our enemies shall fall. Love that quote. I hope that the new knight is going to be someone using like a halberd, and maybe this is just my opinion. They are part of the Black Dragons, your Legends character. Do you know how much I would lose my shit if they actually made one of my Legends canon? Like if they made a hero skin out of one of my Legends, or if they referenced one of my Legends in a lore tidbit, like I would actually flip. I would actually do a flip of some kind. I would sing from the rooftops that they actually took one of my Legends and made it canon. I would love that. I would adore that. They won't, because Ubisoft secretly despises me. But I would love that. Hey, Raven, if I were to build a paladin in Skyrim, what do I get?
Victory.
Victory, yeah. I think the Imperium is a necessary evil. I don't even think they're evil. I think they have to do dark things to stay alive, but they are trying to stay alive. I think that's what matters here. You sort of did this with the Unsung Knight came out, with Unsung Ruth. She's not Ruth, though, because she's not Ruth's character. I see what you're saying, but she's definitely not Ruth. You sort of did this. Sup, Knight, my favorite are Dark Angels, Blood Angels, Black Templars, and Salamanders. Those are all good choices. I would fly to the moon? Yes. Raven getting recognized by Ubisoft in this economy? Raven, as a fan of the Dark Angels, have you ever felt like you become more suspicious of everyone? No, I haven't. Like, or have I? New Knight meets with Lord Warden returning in Lawbringer as full plate. That'd be cool. Why does Ubisoft have a hate boner for you? Here's the thing. I don't think they actually necessarily hate me. I think that the issue that me and Ubisoft have is I'm the lore guy. I tell stories and I look at history. But that's not what For Honor really wants. The For Honor developers want people who understand the gameplay, the balance, the mechanics. They want people who can look at, like, let's say that they say, hey guys, we're adding this new hero, here's their moveset. They want someone who will look at that new hero and say, okay, here's what they're doing well, here's what they're doing bad, you need to adjust the timing on this, I don't think that their second attack needs this property, blah, 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 blah. They want someone who understands the balance of the game and the direction it's going. They don't want the guy who says, oh man, I like it, but I think the lore could be done differently in this regard because I think that he plays out a little bit too much like a Gary Stu in this instance. They don't want that because they don't care about that. The lore often takes a back seat to the rest of it. And so they don't care about what I have to offer as much as they do everyone else. So whenever there is a conversation among content creators, like when we get early access to stuff, and they say, okay, what did you think of this? I can't add anything. I'm usually at the mercy of everyone else talking because they will talk about, oh, we like this, but we don't like this. This needs to be adjusted. You need to change the timing of this. I think this is a little too overpowered. I'm sitting there like, I like the lore. That's all I can do. I don't have anything else I can offer. And I don't think it's a matter of hate. I think it's a matter of indifference. I think it's just, yeah, you know, guys, we got Freeze, we got Nutella, we got the Filthy Spaniard, we got Havoc. Oh, yeah, and then there's Raven. and then there's Raven, and then there's Raven. And then there's I like the Dark Angels, but I hate the color they chose for the Deathwing. Oh, yeah, everyone hates that bone color. History mythology is a drug to me. I know. I'm sorry if someone asked this already, but do you think Stone will return like Griffin? I don't know. Maybe. Raven in the lore corner, essentially. I think that lore matters. I think that lore is important, but when looking at early access stuff, it's not as important. All right, we got about 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Raven, your favorite Dark Angel successor or favorite successor in general? My favorite Dark Angel successor is probably, Lauren, can you run to my room and grab our Dark Angel Codex book? Because I can't remember the names of all of them.
I think mine's the Blade of Vengeance.
Yeah, I just want to look at the names.
Or Angels of Redemption.
I think it's the Angels of Redemption, but I want to make sure. Hey, Raven Knight, what are your thoughts on the Raven Guard? I like the Raven Knight. I like the Raven Guard. I do. I think they need more lore. I really do. I like the Raven Guard a lot. Could you, Okay. Lark's keeping things from me. Make him stop. Let's see. Okay. It was, the Angels of Absolution. Those are the ones I was thinking of, because they're the ones who don't consider themselves sinners. They think that their sins have already been expunged. So I would say the Angels of Absolution are probably my favorite. Either that or the Disciples of Caliban and the Knights of Abhorrence are also cool. Yeah. The Angels of Vengeance, no, the Angels of Redemption were the ones you were talking about. Yeah, I think I'm more for the Angels of Absolution, but that's just me. Yeah, have a look. Here you go.
Which one are my boys? Yeah, Blades of Vengeance.
Yeah, you were thinking the Blades of Vengeance. Hey, Raven, do you think the Space Wolves can get humbled without turning traitor? Yes! They totally can! I made a whole video talking about how they could. What do you think about New Hero? I don't know anything about New Hero. They haven't told me anything. I haven't seen anything.
We believe that he will be new.
He will be new, that's all I know. Raven Knight, your thoughts on my statement that Raid Shadow Legends actually has better knight armor than For Honor? I have not seen enough of Raid Shadow Legends armor to know for sure. Glad to catch the stream. Glad you're here. Raven, do you know the Raven Guard suffer from the same thing as the Space Wolves, like using Raven, 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 Shadow, 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 Shadow? No, I didn't know that. But I know that they're a lot more interesting than the Space Wolves. Because when the Raven Guard suffer a genetic flaw in their gene seed, it actually makes them suffer for it. Anyway, let's see if we're ready. 3 minutes. We have 3 minutes, y'all. 3 minutes. And by the way, we have 160 watchers right now. 30 of them are on Twitch. The others are on YouTube. So thank you all for watching right now. I really appreciate it. My goal would be to get to 200, but I don't think that'll happen. Raven, you're one of my favorites for the lore and creative stuff of the character. Thank you. Hey Raven Hero. Hey Raven, do you think Nunchuck Hero for Samurai could work? They could make it work, but I don't want it to work. I don't want them to do nunchucks ever. Because I don't like nunchucks. Raven, what if you actually got hired by Ubi? If I got hired by Ubisoft, I would be flattered. I don't think they ever would, though. And technically, they did sort of kind of hire me at one point when I did those videos. They commissioned me. Only a few more minutes for the Warriors, and yes. We'll be live in just a few minutes. What do I think about the Death Guard? They're actually one of my, I don't really like them all that much, but I like Mortarion. He's one of my favorite Trader Primarchs. Forgot to follow on Twitch. Yes, come follow, please. Come follow. Follow me on Twitch. I now have 602 followers and 6 subscribbles. I've got 6 subscribbles. Yeah. And $50 from Kai Invictus. A fine morning to you, sir. Finally in a position where I can attend the stream. Always love the content. Keep up the good work. As far as a new hero for the night at the end of the year, really hoping for Lord Warden's return. As am I, Kai Invictus. Thank you so much for the donation. Every donation is super appreciated. Always love you guys when you do it, and it makes it worthwhile because I'm taking the day off work to do this. So thank you all so much for the donations. It makes it worthwhile. It really does. Makes it worthwhile. Never be afraid to donate, guys. Always appreciative. All right, here we go. Let's see. Are we ready? We got 1 minute left. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to switch things up a bit. One moment, guys. Okay, so we are back, but now I've changed it. Now the screen is bigger and my face is smaller. So now we're going to head over to this. So I am very excited. I'm very excited, guys. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool. Who is your second favorite Trader or Renegade Legion? Iron Warriors. I'm going to say Iron Warriors. All right. So, yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Okay. When is the Warriors in? It's literally about to start, guys. It's literally about to start. All right, let me make sure that audio is working on everything. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can't find it on Twitch. 1 second. Let me try to find it on Twitch. 1 second. There we go. We're going to watch them on Twitch and get those sweet Twitch drops.
Oh, that's coming out of the TV. Too.
Oh, it's coming out of the TV? Hold on.
It's a feedback loop, so.
I'm not hearing it through my headphones.
Are they plugged in?
They are. Hold on. One second. There we go. I got it now. Got it. Ooh. That audio, though. Ooh. This is a different direction. All right, all right. I see it. I see you. I wish I could increase the size of the screen, but I don't think I can yet. Oh, wait. No, now I can. Now I can. No, come on. It keeps going away on me. I want to increase the size of the screen. Let me. Here, let me refresh the screen. There we go. That did it. All right, we're good. We're good. Unleashed. What a name for the season. Unleashed. Ooh, I like that. I like this music. The music always kicks ass. The music always kicks ass. Before it starts, we have 7 minutes. Should I decrease the size of my chat window and camera window so y'all can see more of it? Or are y'all fine with this? We have about 7 minutes before it starts. Should I do that? Tell me now. Tell me now before it gets too far in. All right, let me make it a bit smaller. Let me make it a bit smaller. That's a bit better. Yeah, I think this will work better. Now we can see more of the screen. Dude, this is like a rock theme. I love it. God, this is so... Have you heard this, Lark?
I heard a bit of it before you turned it off the TV.
Man, when it gets back to the rock portion, I'm going to give you my headphones. You got to hear this.
Okay.
Oh, here. Here. Give this a listen. Give this a listen. Sick. Is anyone surprised there are no Space Samurai in Warhammer 40k? I'm surprised, personally. Shame on you. Sohei joined the dark side. He was always a little dark, I guess. But that looks so tight. That looks so tight. So far from what I can tell, very uninspiring spin. What? This is sick. I love this. Who thinks this is an uninspiring song? What the hell? So, hey, Matt, he didn't get an invite to the birthday party. Walk in like Maleficent. I'm about to curse your firstborn. This is getting me pumped. How much longer? Bro, dude, chill out. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes and then it starts. Some people just so impatient. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, dude, we're at 190 viewers. 10 more, and we reach 200. Let's get to 200, guys. Invite your friends, get your family, get your dog. Get them in here on Twitch or YouTube. It doesn't matter. We're almost at 200 viewers. Come on, guys. 200. Let's go. 200. 200. 200. We can do it. This is gonna be so sick, guys. I can already tell. Less than a minute. Here we go. Raven, I got my cat lying on my bed. Does that count? It could count. All right, we got 20 seconds. Let's see it, guys. I hope you all are hyped. I am hyped. And if we need to adjust audio, let me know because I will. Five seconds. 3 seconds. 1 second. We're starting. Think a spear would have been a better weapon for Sohei? That's what he has. It's a type of spear.
What's up, warriors, and welcome to a new den. We continue to celebrate
Let's
year
rock.
10. year 10.
Year
With
10.
a bunch of new surprises, and we're so excited to show you everything that will be added to this new season. And with me today is Nolan. How are you?
I'm doing great, Sarah.
Nolan.
Thank you so much. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. I'm super excited for today's show.
Yes, I'm excited. And you know, folks out there, where's my camera? There it is. I know you're excited too, and I want you to also get the most out of the show. And you know me, I love me some Twitch drops. So I want
Yep.
you to make sure you go into your UbiConnect account, link to your Twitch account. That way, for every 30 minutes you're with us today, you're going to get a scavenger crate. And on top of that, we're going to pick some lucky winners at the end of the show to win a grand prize of either 100k steel or a new hero skin.
Ooh.
You'll see soon. You'll see soon. It's going to be awesome. And on top of that, we are feeling even more generous. That's why we have a Twitch directory for you as well. So check it out. Starting June 11th through July 2nd. Hop on Twitch, watch your favorite streamers playing For Honor, and at the 1, 2, and
Yep.
4 hour mark, you're going to get some
Y'all
more
can get Twitch
awesome
drops from
swag,
me
including XP
from
boosts,
June 11th to
scavenger crates, championship status,
July
all that fun
2nd.
stuff
Watch
just
me
by
on
watching
Twitch.
and
Get
enjoying
Twitch
the
drops.
video. So,
Sweet.
Do it.
All
Do
right, we've
it.
got some awesome stuff to show you today. Let's check out what we're going to see during the show. We have our Year 10 Season 2 Unleashed narrative.
Okay.
We have our Unleashed details.
Okay.
We have our throwback event game mode.
Okay.
We have our Unleashed cosmetics. We
Okay.
have balancing. We have
Okay.
esports. And
Eh.
then, of course, Community Corner.
Okay, all right. I've got a lot of
The
K's
Unleashed
here.
Community Corner. All right, and when we'll come back, we will be looking at all the lore this season. So stay tuned.
All right, here we go.
First, let's
Let's
check
see
out
it.
the new story trailer.
Rock it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Your house turned on you, left you for dead. But rage pulled you from the brink, brought you here. Take the mask, let it consume you. As they celebrate, take your vengeance. Make them pay. Until all that is left are rivers of blood.
Ooh! Yeah! Yeah! Oh, that's what I like to see! That was tight. That was tight. Good setup for vengeance. Classic samurai narrative. I like that kind of story. It's simple, but it works. What's the hero skin? I think we're going to see it. I think we're going to see it in this next segment. Lark, did you see that? I know you couldn't hear it. I'll let you see it later, okay?
Welcome back, Warriors.
All right, let's do
How
it.
are you today,
I'm
Ian?
great. It's season 2. That means summer's finally here.
Yes, I know.
Happy
I'm
to
so
be back.
excited. I finally have good weather. All right, but before anything, let's take a look at our seasonal roadmap.
Roadmap.
So in TU1, we have our new season Unleashed. We have the new Battle Pass and Legacy Pass from Year 6 Season 2. We have our new hero skin for Sohei. We also have a hero trial for Sohei. We
Nice.
have a free event pass, a limited time game mode.
Okay.
We have our event leaderboards, which you guys are getting used to now, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do with that. Our armored variations for Vikings,
The Vikings
as well
get
as
some
the
armor.
triple threat circuit, and Hero Fest for Nusha, Valkyrie, and Kensei.
All right.
Free
Cool.
Hero Fest.
Yeah.
We're stacked.
We are.
Yeah.
We are. And you know what else? We're going to take a little peek into the future because for our TU2 update, we have a new hero coming. Ooh.
Exciting.
We also are bringing back Starter Dominion. We have a
Really?
throwback event. We'll see what it is. And Hero Fest's coming up. So we're going to have lots of great stuff for you guys. But now, let's talk a little bit about the lore. And
All right.
Ian, can you tell
Lore,
us
hit me.
what's going on in
This is
the
my game.
lore
Hit me.
right now?
Hit me.
Absolutely. So first, I'm just going to quickly recap what's happened so far recently. Recently, with the arrival of Jurin, we showed that the Hoodtoon's piece was not infallible. And last season, Griffin, now assuming the flaming persona of the Scorching Herald, started going around Heathmoor telling tales of glorious battle to fan the flames of war once again. And now now we hone in on the mire. I have a bit of a spoiler for everybody.
We like spoilers.
Are you familiar with Empress Ayu, a character from the original campaign?
Yes.
A little bit. Well, we're bringing her back, but she's dead. Yeah, unfortunately,
Man.
unfortunately, her reign has come to an end. She has fallen. So
Okay.
sorry for all you IU fans, but it had to happen. We had to take it a step forward. So now,
That sucks.
with IU's fall, the Myers in a bit of a state of lawlessness. Each samurai house, they have their own ambitions or their own ideas on how to deal with the arrival of the Hatuns. And that is very much the case for Dakuja's house, which is another name we haven't heard of in a while since the original campaign. So we're bringing back this as well. So Dakuja's house, their leadership, they decide to seal an alliance with the Hatuns to become the new seat of Pyre and the Mire, to rise above the other houses so that they can rule over their territory.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them. It's a big play, but it comes with a price, unfortunately. Yeah, so there's a bit of that because the Hatuns, they've asked for a price to ensure obedience and control. They ask that Dakucha's house get rid of their main enforcer, their attack dog, their lead assassin, if you will. Gul'jin demands that this Sohei, who is named Saburo, she asks that he be executed as a show of good faith.
That's rude.
Yeah, it is very rude. And unfortunately for Saburo, well, the leaders accept.
That's extra rude.
Extra rude, yeah, double the rude. So the price is paid. Saburo's lured into a trap in the swamps. His fellow samurai, they turn on him. They eliminate him. They put it like they take him behind the shed as one would a rabid dog, essentially.
Wow.
Yeah, so they put him down, or so they thought.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Here's the big twist. Here's what's unexpected.
Okay.
Somehow, against all odds, through sheer hatred, rage, bloodlust, all that good stuff, Saburo pulls himself from the brink. He wakes up. He's not dead. There's still fight in him. He finds himself under the care of a good Samaritan, somebody who takes care of his wounds, nurses him back to health. And actually, when he wakes up, he finds that there's an artifact that's been left for him. And inside this box is something called the Yaka mask.
Wait a second. But who left him the mask? And who is this good Samaritan? Is it the same person? Who is the mask leaver?
Nobody's the mask. Jim Carrey's the mask.
That's
I think.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Who left this mask?
Yeah. It's a very good question. I'm glad you asked this. I'm glad you brought this to my attention. There is an answer for this.
Yeah?
And I will not tell you.
That's triple rude.
Yeah, we're stacking up the rudeness here. So yeah, I won't tell you, but you can find out
Where?
if you play the event.
Okay.
If you pay attention to the lore, if you read all the information we have there, it's a puzzle. Put the puzzle together, and you might figure out,
Okay, well,
the
what?
information you want.
Okay, but what can you tell me right now?
What I can tell you is that, this is a mask of terrifying legend. The Yaka mask is known by most samurai. It's feared by pretty much everybody because there's a dark legend behind it. And when Saburo sees the mask, he's familiar with the legend, as all samurai are. And he knows, he instantly gets why this was left for him, because it means cut loose. It means do what you do best, become unleashed.
Unleashed.
Yeah, unleashed. He puts the mask on. He heads back to his house's palace, where coincidentally a celebration between the Hatuns and the samurai is taking place. So it's a perfect opportunity to settle your scores and get even. And if you want to get revenge, this is the place to be. This is where you got to go.
This is where you get unleashed.
This is where you get unleashed. So yeah, he's gonna get his piece of the pie. He's gonna get his due.
Well, this is great. I want to know all about this. Where can I find the short story?
The short
Will there be a short story?
Of course.
Yes.
You even have to ask,
I
please.
bet. You're right.
The short story Seeing Red, it will be out on the website tomorrow. It's great. I had a lot of fun with this one. It's very violent. It's very bloody. There's guts. There's gore. There's guts and gore. Entrails. Many deaths. You may find yourself reading this asking, Ian, are you okay?
Are you okay?
We'll talk about it later.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I can't wait to read it. I want to hear all about this revenge story. So thank you so much for coming
course.
here on The Den. Now, up next, guys, we'll be looking at the details of the first season with a very special guest.
Who is it?
So stay tuned. But first, let's check out our new gameplay trailer. Take it
Okay.
away, Max.
All right. All right. I'll talk about this later. No way. Oni! It's Oni! Oh my God! Oh my. Yes! Yes! Oh my God. Yes. Yes to all of this. Yes to all of that. That made up for that lore. That made up for that lore. The Sohei hero skin is Oni. I thought Shugoki would get the Oni skin, but honestly it looks great on Sohei. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the lore. I have some problems. There's definitely some problems. I don't know if we have time to talk about all of them. The setup isn't bad. The execution isn't strong. So for example, I think the first thing, like, Ayu's dead. I'm not against Ayu being dead. But she was a main character from the campaign. To just have her die off screen seems a little weak to me. I think it would have made a lot more sense if we had her death be part of the lore, where we reveal why she died, who killed her. Maybe she tried to fight back against the Hatoons and died in the process. That would explain why so many clans want to join with the Hatoon now. Like, if you made her death an integral part of the lore, I think then that would make it a lot better. And maybe it will be. I need to read the short story to be sure, but Ayu's death isn't the problem. It's the execution of the death that's the problem. Then you have the Hatoon willing. Oh, we're back.
Welcome
Hold on.
back,
We'll get back to it.
Warriors. We are so excited to have you here for our next segment, The Unleashed Details. But I can't do this alone. I have a very special guests with me today to help out with this. First of all, you know her, you love her, the queen of all animation herself, Vanessa, is on the couch with
Hi,
us.
Nolan.
Hey, Vanessa.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are
Good.
you? I think it's weird that we're talking through camera like this. I don't know if
A little
I feel
bit.
like we're trying to like
Are we hiding
hide
something?
something right there. I
Oh,
don't
no.
know.
Okay, well, you know what? Boom, big reveal time. Other special guest, it's Eric Pope.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
What is up,
Hello, hello. it's great to be here.
From the Dead by Daylight
Hi.
community. Yep.
It's been a long time. Yeah, so for the thousands of people who don't know who I am, hello.
I know who you are,
My
Eric.
name's Eric Pope. I'm the Senior Community Director over at Behavior Interactive. We make Dead by Daylight. But hopefully a couple folks in the chat might recall I used to work on this game with you.
A long time ago.
I was here when the game launched. I was the one of the people that helped build this ridiculous barn that we're in, pick out the helmets. I was a community developer. I was in touch with many of you folks every day, and it was an amazing time of my life. Honestly, it was a real landmark time of my life, and I had a special excuse to come back today.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, we are so excited that you're back with us today. You know, it's amazing to see you again. And again, just to be sitting here again in the set that you built here. It's
Your legacy.
very cool.
My own hands.
A legacy with your own two hands and hammer and nails and stuff. But yeah, so we're here though because again we're doing this collaboration once again with Dead by Daylight, but it's even more special this time. Do you want to talk about like how did this all come to be?
Yes. Oh, yeah. And I meant to do this.
What do you got? Big review?
I got a big.
Another reveal?
Second big reveal?
Another reveal?
It's not really a reveal, but I just got to be on brand.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Hey,
A
okay.
holographic DVD shirt.
That's
Yeah, so Dead by Daylight, plenty of you probably haven't played it, we are in our 10th year. We're about to have our 10-year anniversary this Sunday. Another game is also in their 10th year, heading toward their 10-year anniversary, which is For Honor. So that's a small world thing. Our two games have already collaborated before, as you mentioned. We have this really cool game mode that you just teased. There it is. Oh, Max, you're so good. You're still on the ball. And our communities, I think, are actually pretty connected.
yeah.
It's really something
are.
that connect
Yeah.
both our game because while we're pretty different, I think the community is really something that I think we share probably most of the player in your game play For Honor, they play Dead by Daylight. I think
Yeah, I think because the games are both such specific, unique things, right? There isn't another For Honor. There isn't another.
it's very unique. It's very unique. Yeah.
So, I think certain players gravitate to these types of games. I'm
Yep.
not saying they're the same type of game, but just it's really been cool to see as I moved over there, old For Honor people be like, oh, the
Yeah.
For Honor guy.
But I think as well, like we're close to our community as
Oh, yes.
well. Like we talk to them.
That was always core.
you guys. Yeah.
Community was always core to everything on For Honor that the team did and
That's
still
the secret
does.
to longevity.
And that's no BS. I think that has given it its
Mm-hmm.
lasting power. Dead by Daylight, the same. I obviously didn't launch that one. They had a great community team that built that community up. Similarly, core to everything that goes on in that game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Happy
cool.
birthday.
Yeah.
For the 10 years.
A big happy birthday.
You.
3 days, well, on Sunday, so it's gonna be really cool. So yeah, again, so we featured Survivors of the Fog before, and in the past, when we did this original collaboration, we had some kind of some customization, some execution, some outfits, some things we were doing to be inspired by Dead by Daylight. But this time we've taken it a step further and we've done a whole hero skin. So this is really cool because not only has this is the first hero skin for Sohei, so not only is Sohei a super fun, popular character, but the request for
Look at this,
Dead
Lark.
by Daylight cross brand has been huge, and
It's
so
the
bringing
only
these
hero
two
skin.
together has been something really special. But yeah, what can you kind of
The
tell us
Oni
about this?
is definitely a perfect fit for Honor. I'm literally a samurai, but even just from that last segment too, there's a lot of rage in some of the samurai folks. That was the
Sure.
case with when the Oni was a human. Kazan Yamaoka was his name. He sort of had this thing where I don't know if you've heard of
Yamaoka,
stolen
but
valor,
you
where
were
people
close.
pretend to be in the military or whatever, and similar but with samurais. You really had to meet his expectation of honor, or you'd be murdered. So he murdered a lot of people, including his dad.
Oh no.
And so when eventually he got his
Accidental with the
comeuppance,
dad.
The entity, which sort of rules the whole world of Dead by Daylight and crafts it, noticed, oh, you're a pretty good murderer. join our terrifying world and continue murdering for eternity. So yeah, and that's him right there.
That's incredible. Yeah, I mean, this is such a fun skin. So much work went into it too.
Looks
I love
so
the
good.
eye. I
It
love the
does look
mask.
so
Yeah, the
good.
nails.
Love the nails.
Yeah, he's got a great manicurist.
Oh yeah, it's really keep
You have to, you know.
really keeping it up on that one too.
Yes.
But yeah, all the open cuts, just all the details that went into this. It's so.
There's
so
a lot of
much fun.
customization.
Dude
as
is
well
way
that you can do
who's
on
negative?
the
Who's
character.
negative right
Yeah.
now?
Color of the look at that.
This is the thing I always loved working on For Honor was just the level of detail you can
Yeah.
make in the customization.
Damn, that does look
That's
good,
another
actually.
pretty special thing about this game.
Yeah.
And me being away from the game for a long time, I was very impressed by the number of weapons this gentleman has.
I mean,
He has a lot.
He is prepared for anything.
he's ready to go. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh man, yeah. So
He's ready.
so much fun with that. But so this time we didn't just do a skin though. We also produced some new really cool content. We have new emote, new execution for that.
Let's see.
So do you want to tell us about that, Vanessa?
Yeah, we were obviously very inspired by Dead by Daylight. So we have the emote that is the scream that the Oni does in the game. We have the mythic
I like
outfit
that.
Blood Aura with the Blood Rage.
I like
There
that
you go.
too.
Very,
That
very,
looks sick.
very.
Blood is really central
It's
to the Oni.
us too. Us
Yeah.
too. For Honor, we love that too. So and the execution that you can.
Oh
see,
my God!
On his craving, very much inspired by the Oni with the bubble.
Love it.
of
That was
blood.
tight.
So in
That
Dead by
was
Daylight,
tight.
if you
Lark
play
over
as
here
the
making a
Oni,
ponger's
so
face.
you hit
That
the
was
survivor,
sick.
they leave
That
the
was
blood orbs
sick.
behind them, which you
Oh, that
collect,
was
and as you
good.
collect more of them, it triggers your blood fury, which gives you the special ability like you can run really fast across the map. You can one-shot people and stuff. It's great. So it's really cool to see it here in the execution.
Yeah, we got really inspired by it because the goal for us was to make it as an execution for Honor, but still having like those iconic bubble that you see.
That was so
we
cool,
have
guys.
mocap shoot as well, like in the mocap. We needed
Let's
to
see it. Let's see the
pretend,
mocap.
of course, Robert, Carl, and Jason in the back. We needed to pretend. So of course we used the weapon in For Honor, but there's still a lot of blood and getting all of it, all the bubble. We have to imagine that there's a bubble, and you kill after that with the final kill with the blade. The cool thing with this one is if you play this execution, it's share, it's for everybody. But if you play it with Sohei, you can use one of the many weapons that he has, the small katana. So you don't have, we don't have like props that just pop. You can use your own katana. So it's pretty neat. We've been doing that since last season. We did that as well with AC content, but it's really cool to be able to like have something
sick!
Dead by Daylight in our game, and now it fits so much with the skin and so it's amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's a perfect realization.
Very
I think-
gritty.
Yeah.
Very For Honor and Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, just the
Because
perfect.
that's the Oni's ability to draw
So,
blood
again,
points
and,
from his
folks
enemies.
out there, if you love what you see too, and you want to check this out, it's going to be live tomorrow, so you can pick it up yourself for $14.99 or $31.250 steel. But you know, we wanted to do a bit more than that too, so we've got a couple bundles that are also going to be available for you starting tomorrow as well. First up, the Oni's Hunt. So if you pick up this bundle, you're going to get the hero skin, the Oni's Wrath for Sohei. You're going to get the execution, the Oni's Craving, and the emote Blood Curdling Scream, as well as the effect Blood Aura and the mythic outfit Bloody Rage. However, if you get this bundle, you get all of those, the emote, the execution, the outfit, the effect for everybody, every single hero in the game, just by getting this one bundle. So if you really like what you see, this is the best way to grab those.
It's a great
We're
bundle.
also going to toss in some scavenger crates and championship status, as we do. But you know what? We went a step further than that because maybe you don't have the Sohei yet. So we've got another bundle too, which is called the Oni's Hunt Deluxe Bundle. So it's going to have everything we just talked about. But if you have not yet unlocked the Sohei, you'll get the new hero here. You're also going to get Sohei's very special outfit, Sohei's Camaraderie, and Sohei's unique ornament, the Crescent Duality. So, and you get more scavenger crates, more championship status. So it's just a more deluxe bundle, lots of fun stuff. And again, you get all that content, the emote, execution, outfit, mood effects for every hero in the game. So it's a lot of stuff, and we hope you enjoy that. So that's
I
really
dream of the day Dead by Daylight can do like customizable execution.
Well, how about you tell us what Dead by Daylight's going to do with us? Like, because this is a crossover,
one of my
you're going to
favorite
do
parts
stuff
of
too,
working with
right?
Honor was-
You're not just going to blow us off, right?
Give us a call.
Creativity. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk. I think you maybe know the right person for that.
Yeah, I
so,
think so.
We're really
I think so.
inspired. Yeah.
Good. But yeah, we have some in-game realization too, some additional stuff here too, so you can check it out. We have a cool landing page.
Yeah,
with
so you
the,
open the game and you're already in it. You're already feeling the wrath of the Oni.
The oppression.
Depression.
Cool face-off screen with again just some leftovers from the battle. I don't know if that was a battle, more of
The banquet.
yeah, more the banquet gone wrong. And also we're
Oh
bringing
my
back,
God,
Dead by
Legion
Daylight
minions.
Yeah, who are these minions? Can you tell us?
Oni
Yeah,
minion.
So it's going quickly, but on the Knights, that was Legion, and then
Vikings
Oni,
Trapper.
Samurai, and then there is a version of Trapper who's dead.
That's so awful. I hate you. I hate you for that.
But those are just the minions, right? Like,
Yeah.
Trapper does some other stuff, some other nefarious things.
We have it in the game mode. Like
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
the
in the
bus
mode,
and
it's,
the-
Okay, now what's Dead by Daylight going to do with For Honor? Like,
We'll get into that. Yeah.
Chat needs to calm down about JC.
It's been a little bit. Yeah, you get to see the full experience. Yeah.
You're stressing JC out. Leave him alone. No, he's great. It's been so cool coming back here. Like our office is just down the street, right? And it's like coming back to high school, kind of, and seeing all these old friends. And like JC's just back there. I get to hang out with him for a few minutes. So this has been very special. I'm really psyched I got to do this. My butt still fits into the divot made in this couch.
It's the same
It's the
couch.
same
Years ago.
couches, yeah.
Yes,
Same
the
couch.
Very comfortable. But yeah, this has been super, super cool to be able to do.
That's awesome. Well, we're super stoked for that.
Oh yeah, I've got something for Dead by Daylight players.
Ooh.
Thank you for highlighting that. So if you do play Dead by Daylight, or if you're thinking of it, we've got something for you. This is a banner in the game.
Lawbringer versus Knight Banner.
It's up where your player profile is at the top of the screen, so you can show.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
For
Anything
Honor
else?
Cred in Dead by Daylight.
There's got to be more.
Stay tuned on our channels for how to get that. It's coming soon.
That's it?
Yeah. Very, very cool.
That was it?
Well, Eric, thank you so much for
Come
being here.
on,
Thank
you
to
can't
as
do
well
like a
for, talking us
cosmetic?
off all this amazing content.
Come
And,
on!
again, happy upcoming 10th
Oh!
for you and your entire team and all the Dead by Daylight players out there. So it's amazing. So
Come on,
congratulations
DBD.
on your
Don't act like
ongoing,
you're better than
amazing
us.
It's been very hard to not be unhinged.
This is just
like
like
in the
last
old
time.
days, not say terrible things into the camera, but I've done it. I've succeeded.
You went through a whole
Crazy.
segment without any of that. Good. And we're gonna end now, just in case. But hey, folks. So check it up again. Thank you once again, folks. Don't go anywhere because coming up next, we're gonna dive deeper into the throwback mode, Survivors of the Fog. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Okay. So let's talk briefly. I want to talk briefly. First of all, cool stuff. I really like what I saw, but let's get back to the lore because that's what I do. So here's my second issue. We talked about the IU issue. Here's my second issue. So the Hatoons want to force this clan to join them, and the clan is willing, but as a show of good faith, they want them to execute their main enforcer. Why would the Hatoons want them to do that? The only reason they would want to do that is if the enforcer was against them. The enforcer they saw as a potential threat. That's not clear yet. Maybe they'll lay that out better in the short story, but as it stands right now, I don't know. But then there's the other problem of how they killed him. They killed him by stabbing him in the back. Wouldn't they have him commit seppuku and have him cut off his own head? That would be the samurai way to do it. You know, show honor to this guy. Say, hey, you want him executed? We'll honor him and all he did for us by giving him the honor of seppuku. And that would ensure he doesn't come back, right? So, I don't know. I feel like that's a little weak. And then he gets revived, brought back by some mysterious force. Don't know what it is. Probably the entity, if I had to guess. Probably the entity. He comes back. Or, well, if it's not the entity, maybe it's, I don't know. Could be Griffin. You know, could be the Scorching Herald who did that. Could be why he walked off screen in the recent menu thing. So we'll have to see. I'll need to read the short story. I see some flaws in the story right now, but maybe the short story will fill those out, but we'll have to see. As with the Dead by Daylight stuff, the Oni skin looks sick. The execution and effects look sick. Very excited to get those. I want to use those on some of my characters, undoubtedly. What upsets me is this is just like last year where we do so much stuff with Dead by Daylight added, but Dead by Daylight themselves don't do crap with For Honor. Last time they did this, all they did was add like a little keychain that you could add to your character with Warden's face. And now they're just giving a cool banner, which the banner looks cool. Lawbringer versus the Knight. That looked cool. That was a cool banner. But that's it. Here's the thing. I wouldn't.
Welcome
we're
back,
Never
and
mind.
with
Hold
me
on.
is the one, the only JC.
Yes.
How you doing today?
I'm doing really, really good. What about you?
I'm doing great, thank
All right. Better
you.
than when we rehearsed.
Yes. Yeah. It was
yeah.
early. I'm not a morning person.
It's all good. It's all good.
Well, let's. We saw the gameplay trailer a little bit earlier, and we got a glimpse of this Dead by Daylight throwback game mode. So, can you please explain to those of us who are new and remind those of us who are coming back how to play?
Perfect. So it's a pretty interesting game mode, right? It's a twist on Dominion, like as we tend to do that are really interesting. But it's really different. It's very inspired by Dead by Daylight. So the way it works is there's still 3 capture points, like usual, but there's no minions. And then on each capture point, there is a generator, kind of like there is in Dead by Daylight, right? Where you go and you get generators to kind of escape. So the idea here is every single generator that you want to capture takes 5.5 seconds, regardless of how many people are there. So normally when you try to capture a capture point, the more people you are, the faster it goes. Not in this one. The other thing that's cool is that once you have a capture point, you've captured it, boosting, so staying on it, gives you 4 times the points, whereas normally in Dominion gives you twice the points. So it's more important to stay there. Again, a bit of a callback to Dead by Daylight. You want to like be able to control the generators a bit, so that kind of works well. And on top of that, there is the Trapper, who's on the map, moves around, doesn't have a side. His only goal in life is to kill everybody. Also, like in Dead by Daylight, right? That's kind of like the point of this game. So it kind of works really well for us. Super strong boss character that goes around. If you manage to defeat him, So the team that defeats him gets 150 points for their team, so it's good to try to beat him. And the player that killed him gets full health and gets renown back, so you can get your feats a bit quicker as well. So it makes for something super interesting, really dynamic, really different. It's super cool. It's the second time we run it, but it's always like a fan favorite. So we're really happy to have it again.
Great. Go kill that trapper.
Yeah.
Go get him.
At least we can
so
fight
this
the
game
trapper.
event mode is going to run from July 11th until, June 11th until July 2nd.
Okay.
And linked to this game mode is our free event pass. And we understand that sometimes the event pass can be hard to complete. So this is why we've actually increased the number of event points earned per game.
Numbers go up.
What does that mean? It means you're going to get more points, more stuff for free, faster.
Free stuff
Yay!
is always that's amazing.
Amazing.
After
So
I don't think that confetti is real.
yeah. It was, there we go. So we've also made daily orders easier. So they're no longer linked directly to this game mode. You can actually play any game mode you want, and you'll be able to complete your daily orders, which is fantastic.
Yeah, so go grind that pass because it's awesome. There's a lot of cool stuff on there.
Really cool stuff. So, and also let's have a look at the rewards. Let's have a look at the cool stuff. We have the battle outfit, Mask of Carnage. Very cool.
Yeah.
Looks
And
good.
we have the mood effects, Mask of the Oni.
Look at that
Okay.
crazy decal. It looks great.
Yes, absolutely. And we have the ornament, Demonic Mask. This looks cool. I love the tips of the hair.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Yeah. We also have our leaderboards coming right up. So you can
Yes.
talk to us about
so,
those?
like we've been doing since the beginning of our 10th year, we have a leaderboard that's temporary, linked to the game mode. And so whenever we bring them back, right, we have a metric that we track to see who kind of like performs the most in the game mode. So for this game mode, it's the amount of capture points that you have captured, right? So the leaderboard is time limited as usual. It's tied just at a game mode, so it doesn't really count for anything else. It'll stay up as well once it's done, so that you can go and brag and tell everybody in your life that hey, I ran like number 18 on this, and everybody goes, well, great, that's awesome for you. I don't know what this game is, but on top of this, no, it's great. So we're really excited. It's always super fun. I can't wait to see how high it goes. I don't want to bet because the last time I tried to bet on it, I lost like a lot of money. So it's not good.
I could see the death in his eyes as he said that.
But, yeah,
like
but
he
it's
just
good,
looked
right, 'cause
dead
it
inside, didn't he?
really
JC
gets
just
us
looked for a
everything.
moment like.
I'm always amazed at how high players go on these.
I expected a
wanna
black
see
and
these
white
numbers
screen.
be
Just
as high as
I want to
possible.
see Nolan do special math on the den.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
It's just so crazy, the numbers you guys got.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, thank you so much for telling us about leaderboards coming on the den. And you guys at home, don't move a muscle because we have our cosmetic segment coming right up after this.
Cosmetics. I like cosmetics. All right. So back to what I was saying. Here's the thing. Dead by Daylight's whole thing is cosmetics. Like, genuinely, I've heard the complaint that Dead by Daylight developers care more about character cosmetics than they actually do about gameplay balance. And I think there's truth to that. Because in every developer update they do, every talk about new patch or new thing, they always talk about, hey, look at these new cosmetics and skins we released. Look at these new outfits. And I'm like, genuinely, I don't care about that. Make the skins look good, fine, sure, but make the game work first. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing: since they love cosmetics so much, why couldn't you add some For Honor cosmetics? Make a Nobushi Spirit. Make a Shugoki Oni. Make a Sohei Oni. Make a Warmonger Knight. There are so many things you could do in honor of For Honor to do this For Honor crossover, but it just feels almost like they're going. See, we're doing you a favor, For Honor. We don't need you or your player base or your game. We're better than you. And that's why we're only going to give you a banner, right? We're only going to give you a keychain, right? We're not going to actually add. Here we are blowing up with with this cool hero skin, amazing effects, amazing outfits, all this stuff, and more, and a whole game mode around it. They give a little banner. To me, I feel like that's just so unfair. I've never played DVD. Does For Honor really fit into it? Cosmetically, it can fit. Cosmetic-wise, you can make it fit. They added Witcher, for God's sake. They added Witcher. There is no reason they couldn't add some cool skins or some cool outfits or maybe a weapon design at the very least. But no, just here, look.
Well, Welcome back, Warriors.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
are
you
so
can do
excited
that
that
too.
you are here with us to talk about all of the Unleashed cosmetics. So
All right, here we go.
We have a lot to talk about today. I can't do it alone. That's why I've invited a very special guest to join me on the couch for the very first time. Edu, welcome to the show.
Well, hello there.
All right, how are you?
All good. How about you guys?
I mean, I'm good. I am assuming everybody is back there too. So we're having a great time. It's a big party in the back now. We got confetti now. I'm loving it.
Oh, I
It's
see
great. I was trying to see if I could get Max to spawn confetti again. No, don't worry about it. Don't do it. Justin, get mad. But Edu, do you want to like introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi, I'm Edu. I've been with For Honor for about 4 years now in the animation department. along with almost everybody else. And yeah, mainly responsible for some cinematics here and there, working, a hero or two, like Virtuosa, Hi Baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're responsible for.
Along
part
with
of that.
Michelle, yeah.
You're the one who did it.
Okay, yeah. Just drag more people in with you. No, I get it. No.
Lark,
yeah,
you
again,
stole your due.
It's amazing. We love it.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, cool. Well, once again, welcome. So we have a lot of fun stuff today in our new Battle Pass we want to talk about. So going live tomorrow, we have the this amazing new Battle Pass for your
Ooh, I like that. Look at that,
Inside
Lark.
this, you're going to be able to grind out and get
All right, let's
two
see this.
outfits, the Uncaged Madness and Uncaged Animosity, which looks super sweet. Like,
Okay.
Lots of reds and bloody effects and all that cool stuff. We also have two blue effects here, the Uncaged
okay.
Beast and the Uncaged Demon. So again, lots of scratches and eyes and floating evil
Like
red
that.
stuff. So
I
that's
like
really
that.
cool. We have the Uncaged Turmoil, this awesome ornament, which is also going to be affected by your color swatch, so it'll change based on that. And we have an absolutely amazing set of new weapons for the roster. The Uncaged
that's
weapon
sick!
Sets. You can see the Black Prior one here. What do you think of these?
Oh, that's
Shield man.
sick!
Like,
Look
I
at
love
the
engravings, and that's just working for me. Just saying.
the chain look is working for me.
Dude, I like the chains on it.
Show me that
too.
Jurin. Show me that
That's
Jurin.
Sohei's as well.
Look at the colors.
Not Sohei, that's Jurin. I know names.
Oh, I love it.
Very cool on
Okay.
that. On top of that, we also have a new traversal emote, Thug Life, coming down, which is just absolutely exquisite. And a new execution, the
Okay.
Hyper Ultra Combo Kick. We can just the most cinematic experience.
Okay.
And the best part at the end, of course, it gets a whip. So that is really cool. So we've got a lot of really fun content in this.
That
in
was
this
that was so
pass.
cool.
But
That was so
this
stupid. It was
new
cool.
Emote, the new traversal and the new execution. Do you want to tell us a little bit about kind of like what goes into the design of these?
That was so
So,
stupid. It was cool.
The
I'm not even
first
gonna
thing
lie.
that we wanted with them, as with every animation, is to have fun.
Yeah.
And we heard you guys. We received the feedback from the previous reversal emote, and we decided, what if you could walk the battlefield, just calling out for everyone, just come and fight you. So, in all of that, we actually had a little bit of fun with this, because the idol of it had a part of it that we preferred in the walk cycle of it. So it was a fun experience as an animator, have to layer that in and place one of them above the other and just try to come up with this new emote for you guys.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
it looks awesome.
Right?
Very cool. All right.
And for the execution, the thing with that, Marta did phenomenal job on this. We love a good, a duel of sorts. And with this, thinking of previous fighting games that we all love and played, we just wanted again to have fun, and the best part of it, personally, the ledging.
The legend is very cool. Yeah. And this is also a bit of a follow-up, I think, to what we had like Hyper Ultra Combo Punch
Exactly.
before. So we got the kick. So what's next, Eddie?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe something is on the works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's a little under wraps. We'll keep that for now. So that's really cool. So again, great to see the next traversal emote, this awesome new execution coming into. But hey, we also have a legacy pass because this is something we're doing as well. So we're bringing back the battle pass from Year 6 Season 2. So in the legacy pass, this is back in the time when we were releasing Medjai that season, and it's very Egyptian and deserty themed. And so I'm going to take a moment to read a little blurb while these videos show. So, a long time ago, far from Heathmore, a great civilization prospered in the desert, but after the cataclysm, its towering monuments collapsed into ruin. Now, Bullthorn Ravenhands has unearthed ancient armors and ornaments from the sand that once belonged to this great kingdom. In Heathmoor, they will once again be worn by mighty warriors, honoring a people that no longer exist. So again, huge shout out to Ian. I think he wrote that when he was in a less dark period of his Eric, compared to. I'm really scared to read his story tomorrow, but I'm looking forward.
Same here.
But yes, everything you see in this this Legacy Pass, all the weapons and stuff, it's all been retrofitted for the new heroes, including the Execution Jasmine box and the signature Sarcophagus Escape, which I gotta say, like, what even inspires like a signature like that?
I mean, you know, movies, books, and day-to-day life. Sometimes, you know.
Life.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys were filming?
Oh, this. Is that where you go on your lunch breaks?
I need some me time, okay?
Well, I mean, if you need it, you need it, man. I'm not judging, so that's good.
So what do you do
if
on your
know
lunch breaks in that
if you're
sarcophagus?
excited for what you see there. We also
What are you
have
doing
an
there?
awesome battle bundle.
Do we wanna know what you're
which
doing there?
You can pick up both of these, the new battle pass for the season, as well as the Legacy battle pass. And if you get if you pick up the battle bundle, we're also
That was
going
terrible.
to throw in the hero skin Bolthorn the Cursed for Raider. And you're also going to get 25 tiers immediately unlocked, plus a 20% boost to your Battle Pass points and Event Pass point gain, and even more, because we like more stuff. And speaking of more, too, we also have new armor variations coming out this season, this time for Vikings. Edu, what can you tell us about these?
Well, besides that they're looking phenomenal, the character team just knocked it out of the park. Like I said before, I love engravings, and they just etched very fine detail.
Why
there.
does he
You can
look a bit
see
like
if
Havoc?
you look in the bundle. And
It's the baldness,
personally,
isn't it?
the colors
It's
are
the
just
baldness.
emphasizing the rusticness of the Vikings.
But
It's
Havoc has a
actually
better
accentuating
accent.
quite a
Havoc's
bit
accent is better.
Of the leathers, of the metals, and the raw materials that they used. So, yeah, I love the Vikings in general that we have in Heathmoor. So.
More Frankish Havoc, yeah.
Do you know my favorite part about this?
Havoc's evil cousin who does
Yorm's
things
got
in
you,
sarcophagus,
so I think
sarcophagi
that's
that we won't talk about.
I love Yorm and
See, Havoc's a man of
definitely
culture. He
Yorm
would never
also.
do anything like that in a sarcophagus.
Don't want him to-
Can you imagine walking the battlefield, stepping on things there?
I mean, I can't. So that's
In a
why.
catacomb, no, that's a totally different thing. He might do something in there.
Thank you so much for coming on the show to talk about all this content.
That's
do you
every
want
bald
to,
bearded guy.
give any
My brother
shout-outs,
is bald and bearded, and he doesn't look
the
like
whole
Havoc.
animation team, Vanessa, Marta, Ahmad, everyone there. Shout out to you guys, and of course everyone else that helps us bring this to life. So thank you to the whole team.
Amazing. Cool, and we also want to give a special shout out as well to our team in Chengdu, the characters team, who help bring all these armor variations to life. It's always just amazing work that you all do, so thank you so much for all of that. Next up, we have a balancing segment coming up, so stick around, folks, if you want to see that. In the meantime, we're going to roll a full transition video of all the Battle Pass weapons, so stick around. We'll be right back.
Let's see the Battle Pass weapons. All right, let's see. Warden looks good. Peacekeeper looks good. Centurion looks good. Black Friars, I'm still geeking out over. That looks so good. I love the chains. I love the chains on these. Very demonic. I like it. I like these. I like these a lot. Let's see the Vikings. Ooh. I love the chain look. The chain look is really doing it for me. What do you think, Lord? Oh, I like the face with the bear helm. Oh, that's tight. That is tight. Oh, that's my new Warlord look. That's a new Warlord look. That looks so good. Samurai. Nice. Oh, look at the Hitakiri one. Oh, it's tight. That's so good. For honor, you cooking? All right, now Wulin. Ooh, Zhang Jun looking fresh. And the what a great weapon for Sohei. That looks so good. That looks so tight. Finally, the Wulin have another weapon to add to their arsenal. Thank you. Now the Outlanders. Ooh, Medjai looks good. Hey, the Afira one actually looks like a Persian demon. Those are sick. Those are very tight. I like these. I like these a lot. I like these a lot. All right. Now we're getting to the balancing. Before we get into that, so far so good. I'm really liking the look of this season. The Dead by Daylight crossover is a stroke of genius, but I do have a concern. So much of this is banking on the Dead by Daylight crossover. What will that mean for the later part of the season? Because this is just Title Update 1. What about Title Update 2? Like, please don't make the new hero connected to Dead by Daylight. Like, don't do that, guys. Please don't do that, because that's almost desperate at that
Welcome
point.
back,
Okay,
Warriors. We are so excited today to have you back to talk about, to hear about the balancing, and who better to talk about balancing than JC?
Everybody's Lord and Savior, JC!
We couldn't have you just on one segment. We need you to
Praise
have more.
be to JC.
I want to give like huge shout out to Eric. Like I hadn't seen Mr. Pope in so long, and it warmed my heart to see him. Like, it's been so long, and I really appreciate him. So it was fun to see him.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was so nice. It was very
right.
They're bland after a while.
So
Dude, I'm
Jason,
gonna
what do you
I'm
have
gonna
for
have to
us?
say you're right.
We
That
have
is an
a
unpopular
bit of-
opinion. I
I'm
think
not
they all look
gonna,
great.
like, do like usual. Ha ha ha. There's less stuff this time. Just to, we're working hard on a lot of stuff, so I want to make sure that temper expectations a little bit. We've had 2 insanely big patches in the past, so we're scaling it down a little bit. So we still want to make meaningful changes, but because of of what we're working on, like there's new heroes and new stuff coming around. I want to make sure that we give enough room for our devs to breathe a little bit. It's difficult sometimes, so
it's important
to make sure we're good to go. But let's get started.
Hit it.
So first up, Anti-Gank Part 3. So remember Part 1 and Part 2. Now it's the third one. So I'm going to read this, and then I'll have to explain because it's probably not super obvious, right? So we're doing some adjustments to damage scaling, which basically is while you're in second hit stun, the damage from the previous attacker is now reduced by 25%, down from 75. Might not be
That
super
is
clear.
good. That needed to happen.
I rethought of how to write this line a million times without it becoming a massive paragraph. So it'll be this, but I'll explain. So I'm hoping that everybody that listens and understands first, and then 2 is able to explain to everybody in like longer terms because we're still doing a show, so it's good. So essentially, what we did, right, is normally like when you end up in that second hit stun, right? So for example, it's you, me, and Max because Max is there, but of
course he is,
we like to hit Max. So we're fighting. We're 2v1, right? If you hit Max, and then I hit him while he's in a hit reaction, he enters first hit stun. Right. Like it's like the advanced hit stun, and then if you deal damage while he's in this one, he doesn't flinch, he doesn't get pinned. If you bash him, nothing really happens, and he takes 75% less damage. Okay, right? If I hit him with another confirmed attack, on live right now, it also gives me 75% damage reduction. Okay. With this change, if I'm the one that hits him again next, I will deal 25% reduced damage instead of 75. Okay. So a good example of this, because even then I'm sure it's like, what's he talking about there? Let's say we're going to put a situation in, right? It's you, me, and Max. Yeah. So you hit Max with a light. I'm Warden. I do a fully charged shoulder bash that hits him while he's in your hit reaction, right? Now, that will cause a reaction on him. He's going to go into the same reaction. Visually, like he looks like he gets hit. It's all good. Before, if I did my top heavy here, that is guaranteed, he would take 75. He would take 75% less damage. But because I'm the last person who connected a hit on him, it will deal 25% less damage instead. So this is kind of a way that we have to make all those little confirmed attacks, all little combo attacks, all these little things deal more damage if you're the one that does them in succession. So it helps in those situations where it kind of makes ganking a little bit better because we hit ganking really, really hard. But this is great in situations like you have a Valkyrie that does a sweep, and then the follow-up is like guaranteed. Well, it's going to deal more damage now. Same for You have for Yorm, right, that unbalances. You have like all those situations where you have guaranteed damage
Yeah,
afterwards.
I think this
It's
is a
gonna
good
help
idea.
crank up
I
damage
think
a
this is a good
little bit
idea.
more
I'm
in
down with
ganks
this. I'm down
so
with
that they're
this.
a bit more effective. The other side effect of this is that it also applies to wall splats. So I'm sure people now are kind of understanding it as I'm saying it. They're going to be happy. On live right now, because of how we changed the hit stuns on the other anti-ganks passes that we did, if you had, say, Shigoki guard break somebody, throw them against the wall, they get wall splatted, he does a Demon's Embrace.
Yeah.
So because of the way the hit stun transitions and the damage reduction happens, he would deal 75% less damage on the big crunch part of Demon's Embrace. So now, because he is the previous attacker, the previous contact point, which is the actual grab from the hug, then that will deal 25% less damage instead of 75. Anything that kind of interacts with wall splats, if in all the situations, every time you are the last attacker, even if it goes into like advanced hit stuns, you only deal 25% less damage instead of 75. So it really helps in those situations. It's something that we're trying right now to make sure that those punishes still make sense.
No, it
and that
makes
they're
sense.
still
I
good.
get this.
You
I
have to
get
remember
this.
that a wall splat.
I'm
the wall
stupid and I
counts
understand
as a
this.
contact. So that's why it kind of triggers these things where it normally doesn't really.
You understand
but
this.
the wall counts as a contact, so it kind of helps in those situations. So
Maybe.
that's what this means. It's a bit complicated, but I hope that I explained it properly. I can't see chat, but I'm sure people are happy that at least a lot of their punishes are restored to not their exact former glory.
Yeah, Shaman and
but pretty
Shugoki
close.
will be very happy now.
Because they're not, and we'll see. Again, we're keeping an eye on this and see like, do we need to adjust further and see how that goes. But we like to have like rules that are universal because it's super important to have these kinds of rules so that the gameplay is predictable, right? So not predictable in a way that, I mean, I know what you're going to do, I'll counter it, but more as a, if I'm doing something, the result has to be like what I expect it to be. And because this rule is universal, you know it applies to everything. It applies to wall splat, it applies to all these hits. And so that's one of the big aspects of game design here that's extremely important, especially in a game where there's like, you know, a ton of characters, a lot of stuff happening at once. It needs to be clear what's going on there.
Okay.
Awesome.
I got
All
it.
right, so next slide. Durin, so we're doing small changes to No Friend of Mine, which is through 2 feats. That's the only changes coming to Durin in this patch. We did some nerfs in the past, just to recap a little bit, where we lowered the effectiveness of a bunch of little things. He's still slightly overperforming, so we're going to keep an eye on this after this patch to see where that goes. But basically, No Friend of Mine, after discussions we've had with the competitive community and a lot of different things, and we looked at data and stuff, ended up the feat itself overperforms because cooldown was too low, duration, like the active duration was too high, and the shields were infinite. So that's what we're targeting here right now. So the cooldown is now 30 seconds longer, so it goes to 90 seconds, up from 60.
That's going to help.
The duration goes down to 20 seconds instead of 30. So you need to be a bit more. You need to be a bit more aware as to when you're going to trigger it, right? Because it's only active for 20 seconds, and it has a minute and a half cooldown. So it's not up every 30 seconds, more or less. It's up every minute. There, it's up every minute and a half. And because it's active for less time, you need to be more aware of when your allies are going to die for you to get the shield. And on top of this, the shield duration is now 20 seconds instead of being infinite. The problem with this feat before these nerfs is that essentially every
just
time
a
it's
feat
up,
change
you
for
hit
now.
it. If somebody dies, great, you get shield.
I don't want
If
them
there's
to
nobody around,
over-nerf
you
him.
keep it, and you
I don't
can
want them
stack
to kill
stack
this
stack
character.
them, get to full life worth of shields,
Yeah.
lose them a little bit, and then you kept re-triggering it, and you would always replenish your shields, especially if you play with players that tend to die quite a bit. So with these changes, you have to be a lot more aware of the situation, know when to use it, know why you're using it, and it adds like that, a bit of that layer of thought process behind it, instead of being just hey, I'll just trigger it on cooldown, that'll be it, right? So we're looking at this. We're going to keep looking at our data again to see where it kind of lands in the future.
That's fine.
If this ends up affecting his win rate a little bit more, and see what other changes we might need to do to Durin. We know he's been kind of polarizing as a hero, and it's understandable whenever new heroes release. It's always difficult, and we try to make stuff that is so unique, that feels so different, that sometimes it comes out a little bit stronger, sometimes it comes out a little bit weaker.
Yeah.
And we have to figure out like what the right middle is. It's not always easy, but we always try to take steps afterwards to kind of adjust a little bit more towards the middle, make sure it makes sense.
Sure. Yeah.
And then we have a couple of other changes. So that's going to be the last slide, just to let people know.
Okay.
So there's not many things. But first, Ocelotla. I think Raph and Ian
Nailed it. You nailed it.
I can't speak that language. but
Now
I'm sure, like,
visible during Huntsman's Spirit?
So that during Huntsman's Spirit, so the hero is now visible. So we have a bit of a video. Max, if you want to play it. And I'll explain as we go, right? So essentially, Ocelotla's tier 1 feat is contentious a little bit at a lot of levels of play, especially at high level, because it's really, really rough to play against and to play against. Because you can't. It's hard to kind of figure out, hey, he respawns. I can't see him. I don't know where he's going. Is he camping right outside? What's happening? So we did a change here where he's actually sort of visible while he's in that state to opponents, right? So this is on his team side, right? You see yourself as this, but when your opponents see it, you see this kind of like weird little ghosty thing here. There's leaves a little
Even
bit,
less
stuff
reason
going
to
on.
run
There's
that
also
feat
audio
now.
associated to it, so it kind of helps. to
Even
tell you
less
where
reason to
he's
run
at,
that feat now.
And it helps counterplay against it, right? Just as a reminder, if you're close to him, like if he's close to people, he cannot respawn. He has to be like a specific distance. So if you want to play against it, you can try to hug him, get close to him, make sure it's a bit harder for him to respawn, and you'll know if he's there. You'll have the audio cue, you'll have the visual cue. So it kind of lowers the effectiveness of it a little bit. The issue that we had with this, and we've been debating internally for a long time, should we touch it, should we not touch it, what do we do with this feat? And looking at the data and a lot of information that we managed to gather, it's not a feat that is overperforming. Actually, it's kind of underperforming. And a lot of the time when you're using it, because of the time that you spend in Huntsman's Spirit, and it takes longer for your health to get back up and stuff, it tends to not be super favorable for your team.
Yeah.
However, it has a super high variance point where most of the time it doesn't do that much, but the times that it will do something, it has really, really, really high potential of turning games around by a single death by an Ocelotla. So that's where the issue is, and we wanted to see how can we correct this a little bit to lower that like super high ceiling of, hey, you know what? Like he stole a game because he managed to respawn and go to where he wanted to go. A lot of it is perception. We've seen it at super high level matches where it has happened that a single respawn changed the entire game because the other players did not know where he was. He respawned, back capped, and then it turned the game around and it made them win. So we're trying to address this. It's a lot more apparent at like super high level, at like really competitive levels, but still, it's something we're trying to do to make it a bit.
I just don't like the feat in
understandable and
general. I'm not a big fan of it myself, so it
Uh,
doesn't make a
next
lot of
up,
difference to me.
big change to Pirate.
Pirate.
So I'm probably Chad is happy now, but essentially, we can no longer cancel your recoveries into a dodge after Cavalier Dance, so that's the front dodge heavy, and after any pistol blast. So essentially, we're trying to look at Pirate to going, you know what, like she's very safe.
Yeah.
And we wanted to give decision points in the hero where you go, you know what, like, do I use my other attacks other than Cavalier Dance there? But do I use them and do I pistol to get a bit more damage but sacrifice safety? Or do I not use my pistol and then get potential safety but sacrificing damage? So because normally your damage output is a little bit lower because of those because of those pistol blasts, it should help that loop a little bit more. She's going to feel less safe, and you should have a bit of an easier time fighting her. Whereas right now, she could just always use it. It never really mattered. She missed it. You dodge attack. She can dodge out of it, dodge recovery, and be safe from it. It's something that like kind of still fits within her archetype, but we're trying to limit it a little bit more so that she is more affected by it, loses a bit of safety, but still is playable and still strong. To note that she went up to S tier on competitive lists, not necessarily because of this, but it's a combination of factors. One of them being that when we changed the parry timing for Cavalier Dance and for Walk the Plank, all of a sudden, because a lot of these tier lists are made by complete reaction monsters. We've met some of them. You know who they are.
Yep.
That were able to react, to have like really, really strong reactions against those attacks. Now they cannot react to them at all, which is a good thing. It's great for everybody because if you pick up the game and you go against one of these guys and you do front dodge heavy with Pirate, they cannot react to it. They know it's coming, but you don't know if it's going to be feinted, if it's going to land, or whatever's going to happen. So it equalizes the playing field, and it makes it easier for you to play against super high-level players that have those reactions. So that's one part of why she's so high. The other part was her safety. So by addressing the safety part, we still want to keep the fact that it's unreactable, because then at a high level, otherwise it's the hero is not really playable. So addressing the safety of the rest of her kit kind of makes sense. She's less of a staller. You have to commit a little bit more to what you're doing, so it kind of makes sense there.
Gotcha. All right.
And then finally, similarly, Antiandi, who is arguably the best staller in the game right now. Very, very, very good at keeping on point with a super strong set of feats to stall, but also a lot of recovery cancels. And so Tiandi is a bit of a death by 1,000 cuts type of hero that is very hard to punish. So that's why he's the ultimate staller. So we are removing the dodge cancel recoveries from both of his bashes, so from Palm Strike and from Dragon Kick.
I would not have removed
So
it
now
from Palm
when
Strike.
he uses these moves,
Dragon
he's
Kick
a lot
is
more
fine, not
committed.
Palm Strike.
You have to be more aware, but you can also punish them way more effectively than you could before. So this will help. It'll kind of hinder a little bit Tiandi's defensive matchups, and it'll make him more punishable. So you have to be a bit more careful when you play as Tiandi. You might not. You'll find that it's a bit harder to get those things. To note on
No, I
both
like the
Pirate and
changes of
Tiandi,
scent.
it's both
I like the
on
changes of
hit
scent.
and on miss. So you can't just go, hey, I'm gonna hit and dodge cancel. You cannot dodge cancel at all off of these moves anymore. So it makes them a lot more commitful. And we didn't want to put it just on miss to have that consistency, but also to be like, you know what, like you're committed to this. We know what we want you to do afterwards. You know what you want to do afterwards. So to lose a little bit of that effectiveness makes a lot of sense.
Gotcha.
So this is it for balancing this time around. I'll be curious to see how players
Sure.
how
Yeah.
it goes around there. But yeah, it's great.
I mean, they're pretty meaningful. Those are some very meaningful
Yeah,
changes.
yeah.
though, so.
And I try to explain everything like in
Yeah.
detail. I know sometimes people will go, it's going too long or whatever. But I know there's some people in chat that really appreciate this and watch the VODs, and I can watch the VODs afterwards and
Exactly.
look at chat and be happy or
course.
sad. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's great.
We'll go with happy. I want
We'll go with happy. All right,
go
you
with
want me
happy.
happy? I'll be happy. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, we want Jason.
It's not like you sit right behind me anyway. So it's,
No, we like Jason. It's good. All right. All right. Well, JC, thank you so much for coming on the show again, explaining all this in amazing detail, and really helping us understand the changes
right.
and the implications. So it's
Not-
always
not a
super,
lot of changes, but
enlightening
decent.
to hear from you. So thank you very much again.
me?
Folks, stick around, though, because coming up next, we have an esports segment, and in between, we're going to roll a video of all of the Legacy Battle Pass weapons. So
All right.
Electronic sports are the best kind of sports.
they are the best kind of sports, exactly. So we'll see you for those electronic sports right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Let's see these new Legacy Pass weapons. Oh, I like Durin's. That actually looks kind of tight. So Hayes' meh. Varingian's looks good. Look at that. Medjai finally gets one. He needed one, let's be real. Fears looks good too. Ocelot. Okay, I like it. Hatun is whatever. I never like the way Hatun's weapons look. Virtuosus looks good. Esports time. I might mute here, or tell you what, I need to run to the bathroom. I will let y'all enjoy the esports segment. I'll be right back. I need to run to the bathroom. Be right back.
Welcome back, Warriors. Next to me is Anthony. Welcome back. It's been a while.
Hello, yes, it has been. Happy to be back.
We're so happy to have you. But look, before we get into anything, please watch this very important message.
Ah, ye old Heath Wall, the land that I love. Take a deep breath, and you can smell peace all around you.
Boulder! On June 20th, prepare to get annihilated as Hervis Dominey and his second rally present the Triple Threat Tournament Circuit. A three-legged competitive event where you can watch your opponents seethe on their way to glory. And don't miss the annual Heathmore Hog Roast. Out of the way, casual, your reps mean nothing to me. Looking for a quick W? You won't find one here. Participate in 4v4s and duels to claim that you are the best For Honor has to offer. To sign up is just free. Head over to battlefy.com/For-Honor tournaments if you're not a coward. Get in or put dishonor on your house. Forever.
Pure cinema. Pure cinema. That is awesome. Big thank you to the community team for putting that together.
They needed Fleekazoid to come in and direct that. Could you see
Triple Threat
Fleekazoid
is
directing
back.
that right now?
I'm so excited to be able to share a bit more details about the circuit. You may have seen on the socials. We've been posting about it a little bit, but could share a bit more today. So throughout this year, you could expect 3 tournaments, with the first tournament of the year being a Dominion tournament, and this beginning on June 20th. So
Very
pretty
exciting.
exciting.
Very cool,
Yeah. We're going to be following that up with a dual tournament that's going to be taking place in Season 3. And then we're ending the year off with another 4v4 tournament, which is going to be another Dominion tournament.
I don't care
That's
much for the
2
tournament
Dominion
aspect,
tournaments
but
this
that
year.
was cool.
Very, very excited for that.
Bam!
We really wanted to start this year off with a banger, so what better way to do that than with Dominion? But Zahara, hosting the Dominion tournament isn't the only ingredient needed for a banger. Do you know the missing ingredient?
Tell me.
Our awesome players, obviously.
Obviously.
I'm calling out to all the matchmaking players who are craving a competition.
That's you.
I'm going to mute it for just a second because I'm going to take this opportunity to chat. If you guys want to hear this, go to the live stream itself and listen. But I don't do the tournament stuff. I'm not competitive. I'm super casual. So I'm going to let them talk. But I'm going to talk for a minute about what we've seen so far, and I want to address a few things I saw in chat. So first of all, I really like the direction of this season. My biggest concern is what it's going to do to the second half of the season. Starting off a season in Title Update 1 with the Battle Pass and the event being so tied into a license, being so tied into Dead by Daylight, makes me worried about how they'll be able to carry it into the second half of the season. So I need to know how they're going to do that. How are they going to carry it over? How are they going to move into that second half of the season? What's the new hero going to be in relation to the new lore? I wouldn't know that. They did a good job with the lore not mentioning Dead by Daylight, but will Dead by Daylight play an integral role into the new hero? I don't want it to. I want For Honor to stand on its own laurels because it comes off as desperate if let's say that For Honor adds a new hero, not a hero skin, a hero based on another IP. Like, say that Ezio wasn't a Peacekeeper skin. What if he was a hero? And what if they add a new hero who is just a Dead by Daylight killer? You know, it would be incredibly dumb, and it would come off as very desperate, in my opinion. So I don't want that to happen. I don't know what'll happen. I'm not saying it'll happen, but I just don't want it to happen. Now, some people are complaining that there aren't enough patch notes. And this is nothing new. They usually don't add a whole lot of patch notes and balance updates in the first title update. They do it in the second. And so I expect that here. And also keep in mind, they're bracing for a new hero. Usually they have to put a lot more of their time into the hero, and they don't want to make a lot of big changes before the hero drops. Because think about it like this. If you're trying to get the ingredients right in making your new hero, you don't want to change the whole pot before putting it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you make a stew, you need to make sure your ingredients and measurements are right in what you've added. If you change the whole pot before putting in the big new thing, it's going to throw everything off. So I understand them not wanting to add a lot of big changes right out the bat. Now, I know that people are wanting more changes for Jurin. I don't want them to nuke Jurin. Jurin is a fun, creative hero. I agree he's overtuned. I agree he's overperforming. But I want them to be careful about how they nerf him. Because if you nerf him too much, then he becomes useless and unviable, and this new hero meant nothing. It's difficult to balance. I hate it when people say, if Rana really knew what they were doing, they wouldn't release OP heroes. The fact that they know what they're doing explains perfectly why they release new overpowered heroes. Because it is so much easier to release a powerful hero and work them down than it is to release a weak hero and build them up. Those are two very different things. Like, for example, they did this with Shugoki. Shugoki used to underperform, then they overtuned him, they had to back him down. Like, it's something you have to be very careful about. They did the same thing with Raider. They overtuned him, they had to back him down a bit. You know, you've got to make sure you do it carefully, and I want them to do it carefully. Please don't jump on it's not enough. You clearly don't know what you're doing. They do know what they're doing, and I appreciate them for that. I also saw some people saying that they didn't like that there were only 3 changes and they're all nerfs. They're not big nerfs. Well, for Pirate, it's a big nerf. But Ocelots, here's the thing. That first feat of Ocelots, I'm not even a fan of it in general. The best thing it can do is it can allow you to move across the map and quickly respawn on a new zone and basically take it or get quick heals. I don't think it's worth it, in my opinion. It leaves you... What it does most of the time is it leaves you out of the match, low health, unable to spawn back in anywhere because the enemy team holds everything, and you basically have to leave your team high and dry while you wait to get health back. I just don't think it's worth it. I think there are better better perks you could use on Ocelot than that. Pirate needed the change. I agree with the change needed. And Tiandi, I understand why they took away the dodge cancel on the Dragon Kick. The Palm I'm not so sure about because the Palm I feel is a little bit easier to avoid. And then there's the changes to ganking. I think the change to ganking was necessary. It's going to help out a great deal more because what was happening before is due to the gank changes, Shugoki, Shaman, and a lot of other characters who require wall splats to get confirmed damage, quite often they were not able to get that confirmed damage, so I think this will help them a lot more, so I'm very pleased with that. So these balance updates were very, very good. I like the cosmetic changes coming. They look really tight. The executions, the effects, the weapon sets, all of it, they look really, really good. So I'm very, very pleased with that. The hero skin looks dope. I would be lying if I didn't expect it to come to Shugoki, but after seeing it on Sohei, I kind of prefer it on Sohei. Because Oni in Dead by Daylight is a big brute. He is not fat. He is built. He's toned. He's strong. He's beefy. And I think that fits better for Sohei, honestly. So I don't mind that a bit. So I was iffy on it. After seeing it, I'm down with it. So very, very pleased with a lot of this. And I'm glad to see Survivors of the Fog coming back. That is really, really cool. So very pleased with that. Very pleased with all that. And I want to see more. I want to see more of that. Now, all of this will end July 7th. Oh, hold on. We're taking a look at the Vikings. Okay, let's see their outfits. Raider is just another apron. I've never liked the apron, so whatever. Jormungandr looks clean. That is a clean Jormungandr look. I like cleaner Jormungandrs. And they're wearing shoes for once. Shaman with the dreads. It's not my preferred hairstyle, but if you like it, you like it. Varangian Guard kind of looks too similar to others, but we'll see. I like that helm on the Warlord. Show your face, Valkyrie! Show your face! Zerk is fine. Not really pro or nay. We saw Highlanders earlier. I like the chest armor on that Highlander. It looks nice. Overall, these are reskins, but they did say that they came with different ways of handling the materials, which is nice. So I'll have to experiment a little bit with to see how it looks. But these aren't bad. They're just not wowing me. It's more just like I saw it coming. All right, community corner time. Anyway. But yeah, so I'm liking what I'm seeing with this new season. Looks great. The music sounds great. The effects are great. The cosmetics are great. I'm excited. I think it's going to be really, really cool. I want to see how I want to read the short story. As always, tomorrow when the short story drops, I will look at the short story. I will read it to you guys.
Back.
And
we
we're
are
back.
finally here at Community Corner, the thing you've been waiting the entire time for. Never mind balancing. No. And Nolan.
Yes, and yes, it is the best segment, and we love it so much. But folks, before we get any deeper into the Community Corner, though, we wanted to take a moment and look at the previous leaderboard from the Assassini I Templari game mode from last season. So, Zahara, what do you see? What do you spy?
I see someone who's a noob who's not actually a noob. That's what I spy. Well, congrats to all the warriors who made it to this leaderboard. I'm so impressed to see. We're all so impressed to see how many bosses you killed in this event. So Noob Princess with 1,073, Silver Sable Fan with 707, and Eivor 242003 with 667. Good job, guys. Amazing. I don't know how long that took you, but I'm so impressed.
It's impressive. And, I promised I wasn't going to do, crazy math this time, but I'm just thinking about it, right? Okay, I promise. I'm sorry, but, I was just thinking about it sitting back there. I'm like, okay, so the best you could do if you wanted to win every match is you need to get at least 2 boss kills. If you are the person getting those boss kills every game, right, that means that to get over 1,000 kills, because Silver Sable, New Princess got 1,073, that means you had to have won at least 536 games. So at least that's the bare minimum. So that's extremely impressive. So amazing work on that. Wow.
Damn, I couldn't have done that.
Yeah,
I couldn't have done
promised
that.
I wouldn't do it, but I did it anyway. The math, it just wouldn't stop. But folks, let's kind of quickly recap though. What do we have going live tomorrow? We have the new season, Unleashed. So in the Unleashed season of Year 10 Season 2, we have the throwback event, Survivors of the Fog, with the game mode and the free event pass, running from June 11th to July 2nd. So play it; it's amazing. We have a time-limited leaderboard for the game mode as well. Looking at capture points, we have the new Dead by Daylight cross-brand hero skins for Sohei, the Oni's Wrath, which again is just epic. So once again, huge shout out to Eric for all the collab there with the team. And we have the 2 bundles. Don't forget about those. The Oni's Hunt bundle, which is going to get you the hero skin, the execution, the emote, the outfits, and again, all that for all the characters in the game. And the Oni's Hunt Deluxe bundle, which is going to get you everything we just talked about. But if you don't own Sohei, it'll give you Sohei, including Sohei's awesome custom battle outfit and ornament. I knew all these things. And we have our hero trial, again, for Sohei, so he's going to be free to play for the full week starting
Sohei
tomorrow,
used the
September
Kagibans in the
11th to 18th. So what better way than right now to check out Sohei, check out all of the amazing cross-brand content, check out the new hero skin. It's so much fun. We're really looking forward to that. So again, Battle Pass, Legacy Pass, the Battle Bundle. I went too fast there. Sorry.
It's a furry
the
twice.
Battle Pass, the Legacy Pass, and the Battle Bundle with all that, which comes with the Bullthorn Hero skin too for Raider, and the Hero Fest coming out this season. First of all, Best Girl Nusha on July 2nd, Valkyrie on July 9th, and Kensei on July 16th. So much content there. Are we done? We're not done. The Balance Patch also goes live tomorrow. There's that. Now I take a break. Okay.
And it's my turn. We have some content of the week coming your way. Available tomorrow until July 2nd. We have the Mythic Outfit Bloody Rage.
So good.
So good.
That does look tight. That does look tight.
Wow. So good. We have the emote, Blood Curdling Scream. I won't do it. We have the execution, the Oni's Craving. Oh, so good. You guys saw the motion capture for this earlier. So good. We also have more content of the week available on June 18th until July 2nd. Some Dead by Daylight retrofit content. The ornament Bloody Bones.
Bloody Bones.
It's really cool. The signature Successful Escape.
Hey.
The battle outfit Daylight's End.
That was like Eric's shirt. That's good.
The mood effects The Entity's Grasp. Ooh, I love it. It's so cool.
Yep, I know that one.
Like spider legs.
Absolutely. We also have the illustrious outfit Woodland Terror and the illustrious outfit Dark Lullaby.
Amazing.
We have the execution Off the Hook. Or more like On the Hook.
Whoa.
We'll see.
Talk to Raph about that name when we get back.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, 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 goodbye. And we also have the execution, the Huntress's Prey. Oh, ow.
This is one of my favorites because of how painful it looks.
Oh, wow. Just
That's a good
finish him off
berserker
already.
execution.
Jeez.
Oh my god, I love them. It's so good.
So good. Our animation team is fine, we promise. Hey, check it out. We also have merch. Okay, so we've been repping it all show. So we love the merch. Toss it in here, just there we go. So again, follow those links you see on the screen. You can pick up your very own Larry's Fan Club T-shirt. You get the cool Year 10 shirts.
I'm getting that shirt.
Which are
I'm just
awesome. You
getting
get the cool Year 10 hat. There we go. The mugs.
Chin, chin.
Yeah, ching, ching, ching. There we go. All right. And also the hoodies. We have the hoodies too. So there's so much fun stuff there. You can check
Hoodie
them out.
me.
Throw the hoodies. Everybody all at the same time. We got merch.
Ta-da. Ta-da.
I love merch. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it?
No, I think it's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You can check it all out on the store page there. Follow the QR code. All right. We also have an event order for Survivors of the Fog that's going to be live for week 1. So from June 12th to June 15th, be the faction with the most Survivors of the Fog matches completed. That'll be super cool. And then the weekly arcade quest, Down the Rabbit Hole, available from June 11th through the 18th for everybody. So go check it out.
All right. Thank you so much. And now it's finally my pleasure to bring you the community corner. I'm going to hand it over to Josh and TJ and listen for a special announcement from community that they have. Let's check it out.
Okay.
Greetings, warriors! Welcome back once again to the Community Corner. As always, I'm Josh, and you are...
TJ.
Hi, TJ.
Hi, TJ.
Hello, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you today?
I'm good. It's actually not hot in here this time, so...
Yeah. We got the AC running.
My brain's actually here this time.
We're good. Good.
And also special shout out to Eric Pope. Hello, hi.
Welcome
Miss you,
back.
brother. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go through some UGC clips that have been submitted or have been posted up on the Reddit. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first one from Joseph. I love this clip just because, like, basically all of my fights, he just gets jumped.
Oh, no.
I haven't seen someone get jumped like that in a while. That wasn't me.
That is ganky.
That was brutal.
And then there's awesome clip from our very own Marco Yolo. When 2 hours of sleep catch up to you. Amazing. And then we have something from Fur Die showing up the Order of Horkos. I love, love, love the art style. Yorm looks so terrifying. Black Prior looks crazy.
Highlander's
stuff.
teeth.
And then we've got a throwback clip from Vidal the King. Knocked his own homie off the ladder.
No.
And she like got her back broken, dude. Absolutely awful.
The head shake.
just pure disappointment right there.
Betrayal.
Yes.
Betrayal at its finest. Daddy Kev.
Daddy Kev coming in. This is actually going to be the second clip where where somebody knocks off their teammate.
Sorry.
Once is one thing, twice is ridiculous.
By the legend master himself.
And then we have a really cool artwork from OK Assumption.
Okay.
I could have been better. Literally, I'm Black Prior in this, dude. Like, there's so many games where I'll get like one elimination. Just sad. And then we have Lawbringer in the wild, in real life, in the beautiful sand beaches, just showing off some cool little like doodles and stuff like that. Whoever this person is, they really, really love Lawbringer. This is
the
Z
bunny
World Tour.
We have a bunny named Law now.
Yep. And I just love all of that. This is so. We love our pretty little Law Boy, don't we?
We love Lawbringer.
I love my Law Boy. But yeah, those are all of the clips that we have for today. If you'd like to be featured, as I always say, post on the Reddit, tag us, don't tag us, we're gonna see it regardless.
Give them to us.
We'll be in those DMs, so keep an eye out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Before we go, we do have one special announcement, actually.
We sure do. So catch us next Thursday, June 18th, for the very first rendition of The Tavern. What is The Tavern, you may ask? Well, you're going to have Josh and I doing a little stream for you every title update. And we're going to play with you guys, ask you what you want to see, do some customizations, hang out for a little bit. So swing on by next Thursday, hang out with us for a little bit for our very first rendition.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited.
If I'm off work, I might be there.
Yeah, we'll do like viewer streams, like for like future ones. We've got a lot of plans, a lot of ideas for what we would like to do for the tavern. So yeah, go ahead and, like you said, go ahead and jump in. Is it June 18th?
June 18th.
June 18th. Yeah, and we'll post up on our socials, so keep an eye out for the actual official announcement. And yeah, I think that's everything.
Yep, we'll see you there.
All right. Thanks everyone for joining, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
I love Bunny Lawbringer.
Oh my gosh, that was
Yeah,
the
Buddy
best.
Lawbringer was tight.
The
That
best.
was tight.
Also, that campfire charcoal drawing, like, what is this?
So good. And collateral damage where they both go off
Yes,
the ledge.
yes,
We laughed a lot at that one.
It's just like, I mean, I've seen it. I've been on the receiving end of that, like, more times than I can count. So
Who hasn't?
yeah, I know. It's just part of the game. So it's always fun.
That's for honor. So, as you guys saw, we have the Tavern, which is the first community stream coming up next Thursday on the 18th. So
So not
please,
tomorrow,
I hope we
but
see
next
you guys there.
Thursday.
We want to talk to you, interact, play, and stuff like that. And that's it for today.
Awesome.
So thank
That's
you
it.
guys all so much for coming. Nolan, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Zahara.
And we'll see you guys on the battlefield tomorrow. But first, we're going to raid Mr. Tatsusiu Kev. I hope I said that right.
Knew it wouldn't be me.
Let's go.
Knew
Raid
it
him.
wouldn't be me.
Raid.
Type in the chat, Law Bunny. Yes.
Law Bunny.
Law Bunny. All right.
It will never be me. They hate my guts. It will never be me. They hate my guts. All right. All right, let's hop out of that. Let's hop out of that. It will never be me. I have already come to accept that. All right. The day that they actually do raid me will be the day that For Honor actually is like, they're making the big announcement, hey guys, we're finally hanging up For Honor, we're finally putting it away. And then they'll say, for our final thing, we'll raid Raven Knight, because no one cares at this point. Oh my god. Actually, funny story, I had gotten really excited because I had been under the impression that I was going to get raided at one point. And it didn't happen, and I got really upset about it. But after thinking about it for a while, it's what it is, you know. It's just what it is. But anyway, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Kev was the one who sent that image of the shaman ledging his ally and team. So hey, you know what? That's all. It's all good. It's all good. But anyway, like I said earlier, the season looks like it's going to be fun. I love the Dead by Daylight event, so I'm glad it's coming back. I'm pumped about it. Let's go ahead and switch back to the larger screen. There we go. Now you can see me a lot better. But yeah, I think that about does it. Actually, it's probably a good thing, because if I had been raided, we would have had to play some For Honor to entertain everybody, and I don't have For Honor up right now. So there is that. Anyway, I think that about covers everything. Tonight, I will get out for you guys a summary video summarizing everything we heard on the stream. Try to get it out as soon as I can. I will not stream tonight just because I need time to get all that together, and I'll be pooped after I finish. Thursday, when the event goes live, when everything's live, we will probably stream then, and we will definitely stream Friday as well. But then I'm back to work Saturday and Sunday, so we'll have to see how that goes on. Anyway, thank you all so much for coming. I can't think of anything else to say. Can you think of anything else to say? I said, can you think of anything else to say?
I have a few words to say. Tungsten and Squirrel.
Thank you. Anyway, thank you all for coming to watch. I know that I do want to say this. I know that there are so many For Honor content creators who react to the Warriors in stream, and so many of them are far more capable and popular than I am. So I know that you have a lot of choice when it comes to who to watch this along with. And the fact that you all chose me means the world. It means more than all the raids that I could ever possibly get. You guys stuck with me for almost 3 hours watching this thing, and that I cannot thank y'all enough for sticking with me. I really can't. You guys are a much better community than I deserve, a much better community than I could ask for. So thank you all so much. I had a blast. Hope you had a blast too. So yep, we will. What do you mean I have to stay longer? Break. What do you mean I have to stay longer? Wait, I'm being raided? What? I can't be being raided. Who said I'm being raided? Hold on, let me pull up. There's no way I'm being raided. Hold on. Holy crap, I'm being raided by a break and run. Hey, break and run. Thanks, man. Appreciate the raid. Appreciate the raid. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you all for coming in. I'm actually about to wrap up in just a minute, but I appreciate y'all popping in. I appreciate y'all popping in. Thank you so much for the raid, man. I wasn't even looking at my Twitch chat, but I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the stream, man. That was cool. That was cool. And thank you very much for the raid, guys. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. You guys are the best. Got to raid and run, so have a good night and see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, see you later, break. I know you got to run. I've got to get going in a minute so I can get started on the video. But you guys are the best community I could ask for. You guys are wonderful. 600. Y'all want to know something funny? I was at 597 followers when I started today's stream. We're now at 616. We are cooking. We are doing great. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for being here. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and raid someone else. So if you're following me on Twitch, let's find someone to raid. Let's raid someone different. I'm going to pass along the love. Let's see. Who's someone? Tatsushi Kev just got raided by Ubisoft, so we're not going to raid him. Let's see. How about... Let's go Crow Visual. Let's do Crow Visual. Let's do that. All right. We will raid Crow Visual. All right. Wait, he's not even there, is he? Looks like he's not even there. If he's not there, we'll pick someone else. Let's go with Kalili. Maybe they're here. Okay, well, let's start the raid. We can allow
me. No. He's not gonna bother. Yeah.
And rating. Y'all enjoy.
Hi! Hi! How are you doing, Raven?
Got it.
Wait, I am in the middle of experiencing Warlord gameplay, so give me one moment.
We'll give her a moment. We'll give her a moment.
Okay, Daddy.
We'll give her a moment.
Fuck! Hi! Hello, hello, it's lovely to meet you. How are you guys doing? If you don't know me, hi, my name is
Victory from the jaws
You
of
can
defeat.
just call me Lily, if you respect your time.
We will not go
Hello,
down.
Primarch. I am doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. What do we think of the Warriors Den?
I'll send a message real quick.
Did we all see it? It's a very, very interesting patch coming up, especially for Dead by Daylight fans. Oh, hi. He's gonna...
All right, we'll leave her alone to enjoy that. She's locked in, so we'll leave her alone. Tell you what, we'll be nice and we'll drop a follow. How about that? Let's drop a follow.
Okay. I've had enough of this bitch. Get on your back, baby boy. Nope. Prepare to be rated.
All right.
I appreciate
I'm gonna
it.
hop
Thank
out
you
of
so
there.
Much. It's lovely to meet you. You've definitely enjoyed the Warriors Den. That's good to hear.
All right, let's hop out of that. Okay. We'll hop out of that too. Let's jump back over here. Okay, so to all my people who are still on YouTube, thank you for sticking around this long. You guys are the best. I'm going to go ahead and quietly end the stream. And I will see you guys in my video later today. and in a stream tomorrow for sure. All right, guys. Thank you all so much. I will see you in my next video. Take care.